is you not working? Is this simply just not gonna fucking work? I don't... Okay, now is it working? Oh, one way to test if it's working. Let me share. I hate whenever OBS doesn't update, it always fucks everything up. But unlike DSP, I'm not gonna be like, alright guys, I haven't updated anything for 6 months. What? Nothing worse? I don't get it, guys. Okay, test. And the pig roach is in chat, but oh, now he finally got it started. Congratulations, you're only 7 minutes late, DSP. I'm a little late because I couldn't get shit to work. You're late because you're just woken up. I love when he goes, guys, I get up early. I get up at like 9. Like, no, you don't.
Come with me if you want to live. And then blow her brains out. That's what I'm talking about, sweet revenge. Come with me, there's something you should see in front of the dinosaur. Yeah, come on, bitch. She's fucked. Dude, you ain't get what's coming to you, you fucking slut. Yeah!
What character is he talking about like that? That's kind of not good there, DSP. Alright, seems to be working now, hopefully.
Or big sound effects. Whoa, we got a headshot on it. He sniped the shit out of all the robots in the room.
Wait, Wings was put in the hospital?
Everything he says is so fucking cool. Let's get out of here. Pull this fucking shit up.
And it says, oh, what happened to Wings? Like, what the hell happened to Wings?
Alright, this is my very first match of the official release of Doom 2016. You know, have to make that clear. The shotgun is ridiculously overpowered. Fucking shotgun, man. It's such a noob gun, too. Noobs with shotguns. Huns. Drop the beat. Noobs with shotguns. What the fuck? Oh, look, another shotgun. Noobs with shotguns.
Hey, how's it going? So it is working, yay! After a bunch of issues, after the OBS update, just screwed everything up.
Shotgun that, motherfucker. Double kill. I love it. Don't call it a comeback. Bang. Triple kill.
Back.
Combat tested, Doom guy approved. Double kill. I love it. Don't call it a comeback. Bang. Triple kill. Damn. Combat tested, Doom guy approved. Exploded. He exploded too. Exploded. He exploded too. Exploded. He exploded too. www. Exploded. He exploded too. Exploded. He exploded too. Exploded. He exploded too. www. Noobs with shotguns. What the fuck?
It says like, yay, the storm's passed and I didn't lose power at all. Like on OBS, oh hey, there's an update required, alright. Or update, recommended, whatever, new update.
Noobs with shotguns.
Didn't get anything to work. Now I think I did.
7 kills, baby. That's awesome. That was so sick. That's awesome. That was so sick. Super shotty. Take that shit. 7 kills, baby. That's awesome. That was so sick. That's awesome. That was so sick. Super shoddy. Eat that shit. He exploded. He exploded too. He exploded. He exploded too. He exploded.
He exploded too. Yeah, that's gonna win already.
He exploded too. He exploded. He exploded too. He exploded. He exploded too. Noobs with shotguns.
Oh, he was hospitalized for kidney stones. Ouch.
Oh, look at us.
Those would be quite painful.
Shotguns. Another shotgun dead. Noobs with shotguns. Again, a shotgun. What a surprise. Noobs with shotguns. Fucking shotgun that motherfucker. Noobs with shotguns.
Wonder what causes kidney stones.
Noobs with
Is
shotguns.
it Diet Pepsi and Wendy's chili?
Oh shit.
Too little water, exercise, too much or too little, obesity, weight loss surgery, eating food with too much salt or sugar. Oh, so that's why. I guess that's why I've never had kidney stones, because I drink way too much water. At this point, I think yesterday I gave myself a bit of water poisoning. Hot and humid, just drank a ton of water. And it's like, ooh, my stomach does not like me right now. Oh, right. Shoot in the faces. I love that. Guys, the vet was late. Well, were you ever on time to your stream? Well, of course I'm never on time to my stream, guys. My stream's supposed to start at 1:45, and today it's going to start until 1:52. That's 7 minutes late, guys. That's okay for me, because I'm a professional. I'm like that dang veterinarian. How's it going? Oh, fucking hell. So bitchy this morning trying to get this shit to work. There we go. Yeah, alright, that's still set up. I'm not talking about shingles. Yes, you get shingles if you ever had chickenpox as a kid. There's a vaccine for it though, and you should get it. As well, normally it only happens to older people, but it can happen to younger people. I've had something happens that like weakens your immunity. You can get shingles a lot earlier than normal. It's nice to have the TV on. I've been watching Venture Brothers on my phone all morning because, like, oh, storms, turn everything off. Like, bitch, I was gonna watch Venture Brothers on my TV while playing Diablo 2, and I couldn't do that because storms in the area. Thankfully, like, the worst of it went south of me.
Come on, everyone, together now. Together with the song of instant fucking bullshit.
Instant death.
Oh my fucking god! I hit him with the rocket, he's fine. I go up to shoot him and I die instantly. Die instantly. Die instantly.
Yes, DS Parody, sent you to Storm. Figured you'd like that Storm. I finished season 4, I think I'm on season 5. It's weird because like in the newest season I'm watching right now, like they don't edit shit. Before though they'd be beep 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 beep, what the beep beep, oh beep you. Yeah, they don't edit that shit anymore. Like, ooh, that's different. I gotta try to get the show watched before they take it off HBO Max. Because, you know, they just released the movie, gotta take it off the HBO Max so I can watch the show anymore. Hey guys, we're about to come out with the Marvels movie. In celebration of the Marvels movie, we're taking the Marvel TV show off of Disney Plus to make just as much sense. Coworker took a bike to work. Ooh, that's not gonna be good.
Fuck your mom, fuck your dad, fuck the skill. Instant death, it's instant death.
I'm not watching the movie until I get done with the TV show. I don't know yet, but I've heard it's pretty good, according to people on Twitter. But he's not getting in trouble for this soul song, I don't know. With your meat out. And Wings in the hospital with a kidney stone, apparently. Alright, he googled it. Caused by lack of water, obesity, fatty foods. Like, why would Wings, of all people, get kidney stones? Oh, right. Only way it could be worse is if the symptoms directly spelled out Wendy's chili and Diet Pepsi.
I'm the god of the dead now, bitch. I'm the god of the dead now. Oh yeah. Who let the souls out? 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 Bitches just don't know. Trying to fuck with the Lord of War. Bitches just don't know. Bitches just don't know. Trying to fuck with the Lord of War. Bitches just don't know. Trying to fuck with the Lord of War. Bitches just don't know. Trying to fuck with the Lord of War. Bitches just don't know. Bitches just don't know. Give me my bonus souls, bitch. Give me my bonus souls. Oh yeah. Give me my bonus souls, bitch. Give me my bonus souls. Oh yeah. Give me my bonus souls, bitch. Give me my bonus souls.
That's good for them.
Who let the souls out? Who let the souls out?
So even as hooked as I've been on the strawberry and cream Dr. Pepper, even I don't drink that much soda still.
Who let the souls out?
The better something tastes, the worse it is for you. Remember that.
You, this guy over here.
Although I will admit, you make a good salad.
Not you, this guy. Not you.
Get some bacon bits, some croutons, some shredded cheese.
Not you. This guy over here. This guy. There we go. Are you not dead yet? Here, I'm the third then. Fuck you, you dumb shit. Who let the souls out? 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 Who let the souls out?
Ooh, it's actually my favorite song though.
Heaviest of range, yes, the rain has lots of mass and weight and volume. The rain is very heavy,
That's a good beat. Lyrics still trash. Person singing it still trash. I like the beat on this. It's sad that someone's like, hey, I can make a good beat. Should I do something with it? Or should I make really shitty fan music for Pig Roach? Imagine this beat with better lyrics and a better singer. Come on. Give this beat to a good song.
The rain is very heavy, very heavy. Yes, the rain, yes, the rain has lots of mass and waves 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 of mass. The rain is very heavy, heavy. Yes,
Like, how about this song without a Pig Roach going, oh? Like, please. I feel bad for whoever made this song. Is like they put their time, effort, and energy into this to make a good song, and it's like, yeah, but it's gotta have the Pig Roach going in it. His music should be over soon, hopefully. I got the Magic Music Maker thingy program from like 2017, I think was the version I got. It's cool. I'm just not musically gifted enough to make my own music, unfortunately, even with the program to make it. Kind of annoying. Volume. Please let this be the last song he plays. Could it be? It is 2:08. That's about the time he usually starts his streams. Ah, he's here. God, he looks so fucking stoned in that picture, but you know he doesn't smoke. Like, how are you gonna look more stoned than Cheech and Chong when you don't even smoke? I've not watched that yet. That might be a Let's Suffer like what, Dante Crisis does. God, I love watching those.
Good morning, everyone. On today's show, I'm back from break, and I'll tell you a little bit about my day off yesterday and some interesting updates to my status in Street Fighter 6 because I have ordered some replacement parts for my joystick, which may up my game. In addition, we got some game news.
It won't.
And a little bit of last-minute hype before tomorrow's big marathon event. All this and more on today's Level 1 podcast.
Yeah, too bad the real Level 1 podcast people don't have the money to sue his ass. you imagine he gets that
Good
certified
morning.
letter in
How's
the
everyone
mail?
this lovely Friday? Today is the 28th of July, 2023. If you can believe it, this summer, man, has been turboing by. And I really feel like the reason that the summer has been passing by so fast this year is because we got Street Fighter 6. I think without Street Fighter 6, honestly, this summer might have felt like it was crawling along the ground like a snail or a slug. But because we've had so much excitement with Street Fighter 6 and fighting and gameplay,
watching him go, my move didn't come out. My move didn't come out.
Right? Like,
Lag.
it feels like
My move
yesterday
didn't come
came
out.
Here we are with only one
So
more month
exciting.
of summer left to go before the very busy fall gaming season. And what a month it's going to be, because I'm celebrating my 15-year anniversary as a
begging
creator,
season.
which means there's a lot of special things lined up. So how are you all today? I hope that you're all doing well. Today is Friday. It's my day back after having a day off yesterday from streaming. It was a very busy day for me. I had a ton of errands to do yesterday. Driving all around, doing a million things. I've been backed up on a couple of different errands, actually, that I needed to kind of get caught up on. At the same time, I did have a more relaxing day. I'd say the second half of the day with my wife, which was nice. And of course, as usual, on my day off, a bunch of game news happened. So we actually have a bit of news to cover today to get you all caught up on everything going on in the realm of gaming. So we'll have
Capcom
a
season a
pretty
new
decently
game. Hopefully
linked
it's Dino
segment,
Crisis.
on that coming up. Also, I have my status
Yeah, his
as
connection
to
is
how
too
I did with
fast. I love
Blanca the
it.
other day. To be honest with all of you, it's actually better than I thought. Like yesterday or 2 days ago, I did a major stream of ranked gameplay with Blanca in Street Fighter 6, trying to get Blanca to Master. Road to Master is what I called it. Now, I knew I wasn't going to hit Master. I was in 4-star Diamond, and I knew that it was going to be an uphill climb because we were in these higher
Back
ranks.
and forth on X and Y axis already.
Right? And so playing through, my goal for that day was to hit 5-star Diamond. Well, sadly, after having not played Blanca for 9 days, I ended up being so rusty that I was constantly making mistakes, dropping combos left and right. I mean, simple things that are absolutely necessary to even win a match with Blanca at this level. I was dropping constantly and was very frustrating. I was very upset.
You're dropping Blanca
with my
ball? Well,
performance.
that's your only move.
And basically, I was very, I was kind of crushed almost. I won't say crushed, but, you know, unlike other Street Fighter sessions with Zangief or Lily recently, where I walked out of those sessions feeling really positive about myself because I'd done so well, and I felt like I was improving. With Blanca, I basically felt like I took a step back, and that's not good. When you're trying to improve your game and hit a ranking level, you know, especially when the other thing is a lot of, I guess you could call them my peers. They're not really, but I guess a lot of my contemporaries.
They're not my
who've been
peers.
playing
I'm
Street
better
Fighter
than
6
they
have hit
are.
master level with at least one character because they've been playing the game pretty much nonstop since it came out, and I haven't. You know, I'm balancing Street Fighter 6 with other games. You know, just in the time that Street Fighter 6 has released, I was playing Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 16.
No one asked for Diablo 4.
Amnesia the Bunker. Okay? That's
No one asked
4 other
for
games that I've played while
Amnesia
playing
the Bunker.
Street Fighter 6, while most other people playing this game are literally only playing it. Oh, yeah. I also just started Grand Theft Auto 5, the anniversary run.
No one
Plus,
asked for
I do
that.
a weekly react show. So, my time to play Street Fighter 6, as much as it seems to you guys, like, wow, Phil is playing a ton of Street Fighter 6, it's actually not even close to the amount that people who are hitting Master Rank are actually playing this game. Okay? I'm surprised with as little as I
You make your
played.
schedule. You can
know,
play it
if
as
take a
much as
look
you want or
at
as little as you want.
my Blanca performance, for example, okay? And you see that I have played with Blanca a grand total of 12 times since the game came out. A grand total of 12 times. And keep in mind, each time I played with Blanca was not even a 3-hour session. So at most, I've played with Blanca 30, 40 hours tops. If that, actually, no, because it was 3-hour sessions, 12 times would have been 36. So probably I played with Blanca around 30 hours to get to where I am. That's like so little for someone who's playing a fighting game and that's their main character. To only have used a character, you know, that little is wild, okay? But that's what I mean with fighting games.
Because you keep
get
trying to
good
claim
at
you're a
them
variety
is a
streamer and you do
huge
different characters.
commitment
Don't do
and a
that.
huge time investment.
No one asked for Lily.
And, you know, I'm
No one asked for
struggling, to be
Luke.
very frank with my audience now. I'm struggling staying at a good level with this game while also balancing other content, because I realized that I'm not just a Street Fighter streamer, okay? I'm not a Street Fighter streamer. I'm someone who does variety content. And this is the first time in what? Over
the
a
majority of
decade
content
that I
no one
sat
asked for.
down to try to play a game seriously and get good at it. And I feel like I'm very proud with what I've done. All right, I am. But at the same time, it's rough when you see people saying, well, this person hit master, this person hit master, this person hit master. Why didn't you hit master yet? And it's like, because I'm not playing. I mean, in the last 2 weeks,
People actually
I've
said
played
that in your
Blanka
chat. You would
twice.
have banned them by now.
Out of the 8 weeks the game's been out, I played my main character twice in the last 2 weeks, you see? So that's why. When I play
Wow, what a
this
40
game,
snort.
people want variety, right? They don't just want Blanka all day. They say, hey, Phil, will you try out
Blanka
Rashid, the
ball,
new
Blanka
character?
ball.
Hey, ever going to try Luke? Why didn't you ever use Ken? What about Cammy? What about Jury? What about... I've already used 12 characters out of the 19. 12 characters out of the 19, you know? And also keep in mind that I've instituted community nights now. So those are nights where I'm just doing random gameplay with random characters. Not necessarily high-level gameplay, but still it's a little bit of practice, which is great. But at the same time, that's not serious ranked gameplay. That's another stream taken away from any efforts to get concretely better at Street Fighter 6. So, you know,
Well, your
it's
dance aren't
frustrating
good
to
enough?
me because I feel like I'm doing as much as I can to get good with the game without making my audience bored. And I hope that that's the case. You know, I really do. But I'll be honest with you. You ready for this? That batch of Blanka gameplay that I just did the other day, there's a video on it that doesn't even have 300 views.
Oh, poor baby.
So, have I hit the wall with Street Fighter 6 coverage? Is it that now, the people who are interested, it's 2 months in, they just don't care anymore? They don't want to see Street Fighter 6 anymore? The streams do well, by the way. The streams get good
But you
attendance, and
immediately
streams,
delete
for
the
most part,
streams.
get decent
You
support.
immediately
Some
delete the
streams more
streams,
than
so it
others.
doesn't
Some
matter how
streams
good
get
they
insane
do.
Support, and some get decent support. We've
He
yet to
has
have
messed Luke
a
shut up and
bad
kicked his
support Street
ass.
Fighter 6 stream.
Didn't even need to use the Force.
That's obviously a good thing. Right now, Street Fighter 6 is the thing that's a staple of support. Because what's funny is you look at another game like, oh, GTA 5. Everyone says the playthrough's great. Yeah, and I'm not kidding. The streams are absolutely dead for support. I'm getting like, no, I'm not even hitting halfway to a tip skull. I'm barely getting no memberships whatsoever. During the game that everyone wants to see the most. You know what I mean? So...
But no one asked for it.
That's the thing. Like, you gotta... it's hard to judge right now what to do.
Show me 3 people in your
the
chat
good
who were
news is
asking
we
for
are
the
coming
game
up on
before
my
you started playing
anniversary
it.
month. And with this month coming up, I'm hoping with some of the special events and things that I have planned, that will maybe get some reinvigoration. For those who didn't care so much about Street Fighter, maybe they'll come back a little bit. And of course, September will be
Maybe they'll
fun.
come back and
September,
help.
We've got so many new games. Starfield, Mortal Kombat 1, just to name the first 2. We got so many new games coming out in September. I have zero worries.
What about Baldur's
September.
Gate that comes out in August?
We got another month to
But
get.
it comes out
And
on PS5
right
in
now,
September.
it's actually hard for me to decide what direction I want to go in, all right? To give you my perspective, it's like, well, I can try to do more variety. I can focus more in on trying to get to maybe making GTA 5 a main daytime stream and maybe mixing in some
But needs
anniversary
that
retro
buying,
stuff
guys.
there. But there's no guarantee anyone's going to support that stuff because right now, it's not. Right now, it's literally not getting support. GTA 5 has great views, and that's it. That's literally it. Okay? Sorry, I have to balance
Just
everything.
views,
I have to balance
guys.
Business with pleasure.
Like,
Am I enjoying
that's
GTA 5?
what you should be going
Yes,
for,
I am.
views.
But
and
it's
entertainment.
not just about me enjoying it. It's about also it being something that people will support because they want to see more content of it. And right now, that's not happening. Okay?
Well, take the hint,
Street
stop
Fighter
playing.
6 is getting support. That's good. But now, what direction do I go with Street Fighter 6? Do I focus only on Blanka and trying to get Blanka to rank to a higher ranked level? Do you want to see me push to get Blanka to master level? If that's the case, then no new characters will be played. You know what I'm saying? Like, not only that, but I also won't be focusing on the characters like, for example, Geef, Lily, Luke, Rashid. These characters that I've done really well with, they're going to have to go on hold too. Right? And then maybe once I hit master with Blanka, then I swap over and I do something different. Right?
First person to touch money to
Or
tell
do
me
I
what to
keep
do
doing what I'm
wins.
doing, doing the variety, which does seem to appease some people. But if I do the variety, then, I'm never going to hit... I'll be honest, I don't think I'll ever hit master, if that's the case. You know, as I've explained previously, the vast majority of people who are playing Street Fighter 6 seriously, and what I mean by that when I say it, I'm not saying that everyone who's playing the game and is intending to be a pro player. I'm just saying people that are playing the game and enjoying it to the level where they want to actively make progress in ranked, they're not doing what I am doing. They have not played with 12 different characters. They've basically took a small handful of characters, okay? A very small band. Probably, I would say tops. These people probably played maybe 3 or 4 characters, if that. All right. And
what did they say? Did they say something you didn't like shut the fuck up?
Focused in on them, figured out the 1 or 2 that they liked more, and then said, okay, we'll focus on those and just get them to the level we want and just play with them nonstop. You know, a lot of these people did marathons of it too. Justin Wong on release day of Rashid did a crazy ass long marathon and played with the character.
Which you could have done too, because guess what? You have nothing else in your life.
Because he played for an insanely long time without, you know, breaking it up or whatever. That's what I'm doing, right? And others, you know, the push to master meant that for 5 days straight they just fucking played the character. That's all they did, right? For me, I haven't played Blanca in 9 days. You know, now here I go going back to Blanca. Now I'm rusty,
cope. All I hear is cope.
So right now I really don't know what to do. I would love to hear your feedback. I really would. Here's the feedback I need. How do you want me to continue to cover Street Fighter 6? Do you want it to be just Blanca to get him to master, or do you want to continue to see the variety? If you want variety, I'll likely go back and alternate between Zangief, Lily, Luke, and Rashid. And I'll probably play those 4 characters plus Blanca and try to get everyone progressively leveling up at once. At this point, I'll be honest, I don't feel like playing any new characters. I don't. I feel like if I keep fucking playing new characters, I'm never going to hang in this game anymore. So I need to just focus in on characters I've used, and I want to learn better tech with, and I want to improve. I've already played with 12 out of 19. That's enough. I don't need to play the other 7.
Play against
you know,
pros?
I don't use every character in the game.
What do you care?
I'm not saying I never will. I'm just saying, hey, this is how it's turned out. We're 2 months into the game. It's time to actually kind of hunker down here and decide if I'm ever going to play it at a higher level or not, right?
But you're not playing against other.
So that's the question. Do you want Blanca?
Like you're not going to EVO or anything.
A variety of characters.
You're not going to tournaments. You're not doing anything with the game.
That Street Fighter 6 has been too much of a focus, and you want less? That's fine. But understand that if I'm playing things other than Street Fighter 6, then I need those to be supported. Because right now, Street Fighter 6 are absolutely the streams that are most consistently supported. Every time. There's high attendance, high engagement, and a good amount of support, whether it may be members or super chats or tips or everything. Everything's good. And that's how I make my living. You know, and as much as I just said, okay, so the Blanca videos from the other day, 2 days ago, one of them doesn't even have 300 views. That's true, but the stream did good. So it didn't really matter.
The stream made money.
In fact, the stream did very well, and then the night stream, which was GTA 5, did terribly when it comes to
money.
Support, I should say. So that's why that thing ended up being pretty good.
Stop looking at the views, guys. I'm talking about money.
Well. So right now, it really is the Street Fighter streams that are like, you know, carrying everything. Okay. So I guess the question is, again, what do you want? I want to hear all of your feedback, and I want to absorb your feedback on this. I want to hear your takes. Why is it that you think Street Fighter 6 is still getting the level of support that it's getting? How would you like to see me continue to cover Street Fighter 6? Why do you think, and this is a really solid question that I would really love feedback on, with the amount of views and engagement that I am getting on Grand Theft Auto 5 right now. I've played it 6 hours, and these are the most viewed videos I've had in like a month, okay? Why are the streams so dead? Not attendance-wise, but I mean, overall support. And this is really weird to me, and here's why. My philosophy since I became an interactive streamer in 2017 has been thus. If I'm playing a game people are enjoying and I'm enjoying, if it's a positive vibe around the stream, if attendance is good and everyone's having a good time, then I don't need to worry about support and contributions because they're just going to come. And for the most part, that has been absolutely true. Almost 100% of the time, that's been the case. Except with GTA 5.
You know what adapt
is. 6 hours that I played it.
And welcome to the stream.
Slow, and I just don't get it, you know. So I need feedback on that. What's going on with that? Is there a way to change that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
maybe beg a little harder to
let
give
me
you more
know.
money.
I really want your genuine feedback. All right. So please let me know, because I think
only if it's feedback that I like. If it's feedback I don't like, I'm gonna ban you.
I just want to enjoy what I'm doing, but I want to make sure I'm doing what's in line with what you're expecting, what you want, what you're finding more entertaining. Okay, I need to know all of these things. I need to know your feedback. So please give me your feedback. Okay.
Sadly for you, DSP,
very
you crying and begging
right
and panicking about support is funnier than anything else you do.
Not trollish dumb fucks like, you don't deserve $1. Fuck you, you piece of shit. Yeah. You can just take that feedback. You can shove it up your dumb ass.
Told you.
I want real feedback from people who
Just
care about
said
the
it.
content and want to see
Only
every
feedback
year
that he
improve and
wants to
continue.
hear.
You know, that's the kind of feedback I'm looking for. Okay?
I'm not begging.
Okay.
I'm crowdfunding, guys. This is my business.
So-
It's my livelihood.
That being said, and by the way, I already see morons. I'm just going to get rid of them now. A bunch of trolls, as usual, right?
Lim.
Okay.
Told you. Feedback he doesn't want to hear.
So, let's talk, all right? So, what's going on, first of all? After my Blanca performance the other day, which, honestly, I was disappointed with, I actually have the stats of how it went, and it went better than I thought, all right? So, I told you guys, when we were playing with Blanca the other day, this was my first session of what I was calling the Road to Master. This was a ranked session on all 4-star diamond matches, and I thought I had lost way more than I had won. I literally thought, dude, I blew it. You know how to say 2 steps forward, 2 steps back? I felt like it was like 1 step forward, 10 steps back. That's what it felt like to me. And I was actually feeling depressed and deflated after the stream ended.
That was my
and
depression.
I was like, dude, I really blew it. This is my opportunity to gain momentum to hit master, and look at this terrible session I had. In reality, here's how I did. 42 wins and 38 losses, 53% win-loss ratio. So I actually won more than I lost, and I did gain ranking. But in my head, I'm thinking I must make progress. I must have overwhelmingly more wins than losses. You know what I mean? So somehow in my own head, because I was dropping combos and being frustrated at my losses, I convinced myself that I had done poorly. But actually, I had done positively. It wasn't as bad.
Justin Wong would be celebrating
right?
a 50%
And Wizard says,
win rate?
you lost so many easily won games. You are absolutely correct. I had games completely won, and what would happen? I dropped the combo, the fucking easy combo. Roundhouse, fierce punch, crouch move, fierce punch, juggle into super or juggle into whatever. And I can't get the 3 hits out. 3 hits weren't coming out. And, you know, after that session, I'll be very honest, I was very suspect about my fierce punch button. Because I was like, how is it I can't just do roundhouse, fierce, fierce, and this 3rd fierce doesn't come out? And it happened multiple times. I was like, is there something wrong with this button? I'm starting to wonder, honestly. Okay?
No,
so
he spent
anyway,
money on another button. But guess what? It's not the button, it's him.
Yeah, I did better than I thought. I still have a 61% win-loss ratio with Blanca. I actually have played 695 matches with him, if you can believe. And overall, wins and losses so far, 1,608 wins, 1,162 losses, 58% win rate. So still good. Still a good win rate. And I guess our next big milestone here, should be 2,500. 2,500 wins. 900 more to go. So we'll start counting. Once I get closer to that, we'll start counting again. Much like how we had the big countdown to 1,000 wins, we'll have a countdown to 2,500 wins. I think that'll be pretty epic, right? And then after that, what? Countdown to 5,000 wins, right? I don't know. But, you know, I'm excited. These are cool milestones to be tracking with you guys. I'm having fun doing it. I am. I've never done anything like this with a fighting game before. Not once in the history of me ever playing a fighting game have I tracked my overall performance or stats. You know, it's always been I just play and dick around. But it's kind of cool to see positive progress. It's cool that literally every character who I've played with, I have a positive win-loss ratio, except for Dalsim, I think. Oh, no, except for Minot. Yeah, Minot I tanked because... okay, Minot and DJ. Right. Those are the 2 that I tanked, and I only played once with them ever. They're like 30% win-loss ratio.
Hard that you just
but every
dropped
character
them
who
off.
I tried a second time, I've actually gotten to a positive win-loss ratio, which is excellent, right? So... cool, right? I feel a little better now. After having a stream that I was pretty deflated about back on Wednesday, I actually been feeling a little bit better now about it because I looked at the stats. I'm like, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't a negative. As long as it wasn't in a negative, I see that as a win for me, you know? So that was cool. Now, I got a lot of feedback over the last couple of days. People started leaving comments on the videos saying, you know, if you really are dropping those combos, have you thought about upgrading your setup? Because you're basically using stock components, right? And I was like, really? So I looked into it, and some people actually sent me information. They said the joystick and the buttons that are in this stick, this is the Hori Fighting Stick Alpha. That's what this is called. This is the joystick that I use on my Xbox, okay? For what I'm going to understand, these buttons and this stick are not necessarily the ones that most people use for competitive play. That it's this style of button, I forget what company made them, is actually well known for being very touchy. And people even say you can just go like this on the edge and it'll register. And people have said some people like that because they want to make sure that the buttons are registering all the time, while others don't like it because they do get a lot of accidental inputs. So basically, these are not necessarily the tournament standard.
It's not you fat thumbing it.
For buttons that
remember
you
when he cried, guys, I can't do well in Call of Duty because my controller's not working right. Send me a new controller. Then the Dutch brothers, I think, sent him a new controller, and guess what? He still kept sucking at Call of Duty. Imagine that.
Attacks at me, drive rush low kick. I'm like, I swear I blocked it. It doesn't block in time because this joystick actually has a little bit more delay to react to it. I don't know, but for the very least, what I was thinking is I should upgrade the buttons because I concretely had those problems with these buttons last time. Like, I couldn't do a basic Blanca combo. What is going on, right? So I ordered some buttons. I ordered an 8-pack of Sanwa standard buttons. You know, nothing special, nothing crazy.
Nothing expensive, I swear, guys. Not expensive, I swear.
They're coming today.
Please give me money.
But it doesn't. I don't know when they're coming. They're guaranteed to come by the end of the day, but that's all that they've said. I haven't gotten any updates yet on when they're supposed to show up. But the good news is, here's the good news. When they show up today, watch this. You ready for this? This joystick is one of the coolest I've ever seen for a commercial joystick. To upgrade the joystick, all you do is push a button and do this. Look. I can upgrade it right now. Look how easy that was. So all you do is you disconnect the wire connects. You push in these two tabs. You pop the button out the top. You snap a new button in, you reconnect the wire connects, you're done. That's how you upgrade the buttons.
It's going to take you an hour to do it.
Joystick I've ever owned in my life to upgrade. It just opens on a hinge. They designed it that way so you can upgrade it on the fly whenever you want, instead of having to do a bunch of extra work. Now, as for the joystick, as you can see here, I'm curious how hard the joystick would be to upgrade. What I would have to do is just disconnect it from those metal brackets there that are holding it in place. I haven't looked at joysticks in a very long time, so I don't know if the joystick would be as easy. The buttons are insanely simple. Like, seriously, the buttons are insanely simple, okay? But I don't know about the joystick. So right now, I'm going to upgrade the buttons today when my new buttons show up, and we're going to see how they work. Hopefully,
I'm going to laugh when it's in the middle of this actual gameplay. Like, oh, guys, it's here. Drop the controller. This space for 10 minutes. Comes back up.
See what happens.
All right, guys. Final Fantasy 16 is over. We're going to spend the next 3 hours sticking with
this. Maybe I'll
this.
even upgrade the joystick. You know, it's such an easy stick to upgrade that I don't think it's a major deal. Not a lot of work. Very easy to do. So the button should be here today at some point. I just don't know when. You know, I keep checking and there is no update yet. It just says, coming by the end of day. So because of that, you know, I wish I could tell you guys, hey, those buttons will be here for the late stream. I just got an update. The buttons will be here between 2:15 and 5:15. So they will be here in time for the Blanca stream tonight. They'll be here. They're all for delivery now. So there you go. And then what I could do is we could maybe do an upgrade of the buttons on stream, and then play and see how they work. So there you go. And hopefully they work well. I mean, you never know. They've been sitting around in a warehouse maybe, so hopefully they're not destroyed or whatever. But I guess we'll find out together and test it out tonight on the late stream. Okay, so that'll be cool. And hopefully it improves my game. Hopefully I could stop dropping freaking basic combos, you know. I did watch some more tech videos last night with Blanca. I watched Nishikin. Nishikin is really good Blanca. And here's what I found watching him last night. I watched some videos.
He's not going to change the buttons between streams. He's going to wait for the stream to start. I'm not doing.
For example, he drive rushes into light kick a couple times into electricity. It's a guaranteed combo if it hits. If they block, it's completely safe. He also does drive rush standing roundhouse, and if it hits, it's a big combo, and if it misses, you just go light kick electricity again, and it's completely safe. So these are two strategies I noticed him doing. I'm like, those are kind of safe. And also, he's basically got his muscle memory down, that if you happen to land a jump kick, like a jump roundhouse, he could do jump roundhouse into standing medium kick, and then judging on the spacing that he has on the screen, he can decide if he can do a second medium kick or if he wants to drive rush right away, and then he does his, standing roundhouse, fierce combo. He does it from anywhere on the screen. So usually when I land a jump kick, I just do low medium kick Blanca ball. He does like a giant 30% punish combo. So this is the kind of stuff, maximizing tech is what I need to do to get better with Blanca. Also, he does jump back Blanca ball a lot to try to do things like get out of corner and stuff, and I need to start using that too. So, let's see tonight what happens. Can I implement new tech? Will these new buttons that are going to show up actually work better than the buttons that I've been using for the last 2 months? I don't know. We'll find out tonight. Okay? All right, let's go through the schedule. Today, it's Final Fantasy 16. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Yes.
Wow, way to hype the
on.
stream up. Way to hype your
Yes,
whole chat to get ready for this game.
Final Fantasy 16.
Guys, I'm sorry.
I know
It's
you
Final
guys are gonna be
Fantasy
like, "What?"
time.
I know. Final Fantasy 16 today. We got to finish this game. What's funny is someone said, "Oh, you could beat it in 2 streams." I don't believe that. I really don't believe that. I think we're gonna be like going through the first half of August before we beat this damn game, right?
Because you play too fucking slowly.
If the game would just stay doing action sequences and plot, that's interesting. It would actually not be half bad. But the pacing is just so abysmally bad that it's boring half the time. And I know what's going to happen is they're probably going to have another boring segment today, and we're all going to be bored and have to start dicking around and talking with each other to stay awake. By the way, I should say this. You know, on my streams at least, you guys may have seen the Final Fantasy 16 Defense Force coming out a lot. But the consensus in the gaming community is that this game is a split down the middle. There's a lot of people who like it and a lot of people who don't. Even big gamers don't like this game and have come out and said it's not like Final Fantasy. It's more like a Witcher or another style of game, and it's just not that good. It's not as good as the games it's trying to copy. It is split in the community. It's just that people sadly seem to be staying in their own lanes. Like, oh, if I don't like the game, I only listen to people who don't like it. And if I like the game, I only listen to people who do like it. And there's no like crossover, people kind of listening to each other. I think if people kind of found a middle ground, you'd understand the situation a lot better. This game sold tons at launch, and then since then, supposedly the sales plummeted, which is why Square Enix has not reported any more sales numbers, which is weird. Because a game like this, a big blockbuster RPG, you would think they'd be reporting successful sales numbers week after week. Wow, we sold this many copies. We sold this many copies. We're so proud. They haven't said a word. They've been dead silent for a month. Why? It's probably a good reason. We just don't know because they're not saying shit, so we have no idea how much the game sold. You see?
Yeah, it feels
Even
more
a game
like
this,
Devil May Cry
would have
than
a good
Witcher. It
launch,
doesn't feel
but
anything
then
like The Witcher.
immediately would have
Where the fuck is he getting The Witcher from?
like word of mouth numbers. Oh my god, the game's so good, you gotta play it. And then more people will go buy. Every week you have building sales. But no one seems to think that happened with this game. I don't know. Anyway, today we're making a push. 3+ hours.
According to this, 3
Final
million
Fantasy
so
16.
far.
I don't know if we're gonna be bored to tears or if we're gonna be excited today. I guess we're gonna find out. All right, let's do it.
And mind
together.
you, it's
And, let's
first
find
I know
out
it's
how it
PlayStation
goes.
5
Hopefully we make
exclusive.
great progress. I'm
So
trying
3
to get to the
million
end game. I wanna
copies
beat
on
this
just
game
the PS5.
within the next
Not
week
bad.
to 2 weeks if possible. Okay?
Not
Tonight
bad.
is
3
Friday
million
Night
copies sold
Fights
on
and
just the
the
PlayStation
Road to
5.
Blanca.
Because it's not
The
on
Road to
anything
Blanca.
else.
The Road to Master with Blanca in Street Fighter 6. All right, that's 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. 2+
Rockin'
hours of
XY
Blanca
access.
online ranked gameplay. At the least, I hope.
At least
that
I
I'll hit
hope you guys
5-star
will give me
diamond
money
tonight.
that
That would be
stream.
very nice if I did that.
And this stream.
But if I
and
don't,
every other
I
stream.
mean, it's what it is, I guess.
Money.
Right? But I want to hit 5-star diamond tonight. If I can hit master, that'll never happen. There's no way in 2 hours I can hit master. It's just not possible. But if I hit 5-star diamond tonight, I would feel like I did my job. I accomplished something. And hopefully I can play a little
You
better
don't have a
tonight.
job.
With these new buttons, maybe that'll let me improve. I don't know. We'll find out tonight. Okay? Tomorrow, everyone, is a special event. Tomorrow is the event I've been hyping for a while. It's a long-form React event, the first one we've done in many months. Called the
I'd just like to point out, if you gave, say, me an F1 supercar, greatest car in the world, and then you gave, I don't know, Richard the King Petty in his prime, Kia Rio, guess who's going to win a race? He is. You know why? Because he's going to be the better driver. So DSP, well, guys, if I get better controller buttons, if I get better equipment, then I'll totally be able to win. No. You could give Justin Wong a fucking Atari controller with one button and a joystick, give you that fancy buttons on your new stick, he'd still kick your ass.
dark side of machinima. I'm very excited for this event. I hope you guys will join me tomorrow all day long.
And give me all kinds of
over
money.
on DSP React, starting at 12:45 p.m. Pacific time. Here's what we're doing during this event. You ready? Number one, I am going to do a live react to the Machinima documentary made by June the King last month. All right, it's about an hour long. Knowing me,
So it's
I'm
gonna
probably
take
going to be
4
pausing
hours.
and talking a lot. It'll probably take about 2 hours or more to get through.
Oh, 4 hours.
But in
I'm
addition
calling
to
4
that,
hours.
just as equal as the amount of time it'll take for me to react to that event. I have gone through all my emails and all my history with Machinima.
And I'll only show
over
you the
6
ones that make me
years
look
I was a
good.
partner with this company. And I have finally
That'd be great if we got a cease and desist letter.
sorted the things that have happened to me into topics. The topics range as follows. My initial contact with the company in 2009, before I ever did business with them, when they literally tried to bait and switch me into a deal that I did not agree to. I'm not kidding you. Yes, they actually
you
tried
still
to do
did
like a
business with
scam
them.
on me before I ever partnered with them, which is why I was very apprehensive about
They
working
tried to
with them.
scam me, so
Okay?
you refused to do
I
business with them?
got
Well, no, I
some
immediately did
conversations
business
that I
with
had
them,
to
guys.
become a partner.
You know
in
how much money they
2011.
were offering me?
Talk about money, contract increases,
course, money.
things like that. That'll be interesting to see how so much money was being tossed around in the early days of YouTube. Then we've got the E3 trip. And boy, do I have a lot to say about my E3 trip with Machinima. How about the fact that Machinima told me one thing, and then when I'd already agreed to it, said, oh yeah, you could have gone to E3 another way anyway, even though you already agreed to all this other shit. You didn't have to do any of that. And I was like, what? And then going to E3 and finding out that the entire trip was botched. It was a shit show when we were there. It was completely like disorganized and not ran well. We were being treated
Because I'm
like
sure you
children
would have ran
when we were
E3
there,
better.
which is hilarious.
Wink, wink.
They didn't even know what we could do at E3. They told us nothing. So there's so much to talk about. I don't want to spoil it all, but that's just the E3 story, right? Then after the E3 story, there's the whole content ID debacle that happened on YouTube that Machinima somehow knew nothing about when YouTube launched its content ID system and everyone's videos got claimed and everyone lost all their ad revenue. I had major YouTubers coming to me begging for help on how to fix the problem.
Bullshit.
Me. Okay? Because I was the one trying to
Bullshit.
figure stuff out and I was figuring ways around it to fix it. And they were coming to me for solutions. So I could talk about that.
Talk
Then
about
there
the
was their
bullshit.
whole, when I was getting the insane amount of false copyright strikes against DSP Gaming for content that I had used, and when I was literally advised by them to delete all my videos. There's
Show
that
it.
debacle.
Show
Okay?
the email.
Then we
Don't
got
read it.
The year
Don't
where
tell
they
us
were
what it
incredibly
says.
supportive
Show
and
it.
sent me a ridiculous amount of free games. Even though I never really intended to get any, they just started sending me free games during the year, and I was like, wow, this
Like
is like the
Final
beginning
Fantasy
of a great
IV?
relationship. If they're going to be
I mean, not
sending me
Final
games
Fantasy,
all the time to play,
Fallout 4.
this would be
So
spectacular.
you made your
But then,
girlfriend
wait till you hear about how that whole
stay at home
situation
instead of going
developed
to
and
a brother's
ended.
wedding?
Because it ain't good. It ain't pretty. It was pretty fucked up what happened with that, actually. Okay? Then we've got the incident and how they basically handled the incident, which to me was the absolute polar opposite of how they should have handled it. Oh, by the way, I skipped a very big topic. Machinima's tendency to claim content without ever telling me over the years. What Machinima would do is they would actually go out there and they would find people who took my content for videos like This Is How You Don't Play and shit like that, and they would claim the content on
Bullshit.
YouTube.
Show the
They
email
never
saying
told
this.
me
Don't tell
that
us.
they were doing it.
Don't
They
read
very
it.
rarely even
Show
contacted
it.
me. They just were doing it behind the scenes, and then people would tell me, "Oh, Phil, Machinima claims everything," and I was like, "I don't even know what you're talking about." I had no knowledge of it,
Bullshit.
but they were claiming it, and they were making money on it. 'Cause
Like,
they
I'm not
felt
even that
any content
interested in
was
this because
mine
you know
was
it's going to
their
be
legal
all
content.
lies and
So they
bullshit.
would claim other people's videos and make money on them, and I was none the wiser. I had no idea what was going on.
Take a slip, sleazy asshole.
In fact, they even took down, initially, they very idiotically took down videos with copyright claims, which I never wanted them to do. I just wanted to well, let me put it this way. I'm spoiling the whole event because you'll see the initial email. They asked me about it. They literally wrote to me saying, we are now aware of This Is How You Don't Play, and what do you think about it? And here's how we want to handle it. Like, basically, they contacted me about all this and how they wanted to handle it. I was like, I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm leaving it alone. And they went out of their own way to handle it in a way that I never approved, but that's what they wanted to do.
Bullshit.
You see,
Good
but of course,
use.
it all
How's it
rubbed off
going?
negatively on me. To this day, people still say, "Oh, Phil took down videos and Phil claimed videos." I did none of that. That was all Machinima. That was my partner network doing that shit. I had no control over what they did because they were the big
Sure
wig
you
on YouTube, not me.
didn't.
You see. But you'll see, I couldn't
Mr.
believe it when I saw the
Cooper's
initial
back.
email.
Back
I was
and
like,
back.
so that's how it all began, because I didn't even remember that. you know. And then of course there's the biggest one, which is the adpocalypse.
When you demanded to speak to the CEO and they told you no.
Everything fell apart because ad revenue on YouTube plummeted, and I'm not kidding you. Machinima blew off my request for help for 2 weeks, basically stating they don't know anything.
They told you that they were working at it.
It was my fault. They were actually trying to tell me that the dip in ad revenue on YouTube was my fault. Yes, I'm serious. The adpocalypse. That was common knowledge to everyone in the public. That YouTube was losing advertisers and shit. They were trying to tell me that I was the reason that I lost all my money. So,
you're the reason you lost all your money on WWE
you will see all of this tomorrow. Okay? So that's this event that we're going to be doing tomorrow, all day long on DSP Reacts. Not only the reaction to the documentary by June the King, but me going through my entire history with Machinima, with all the emails and receipts to show you what I'm talking about, to corroborate. And it's going to be a fun event, because finally I get to talk about it. You know, the company doesn't exist anymore.
As long as you guys tip me,
so I can finally talk about this stuff publicly. When I was working with them under contract, there were NDAs and shit. I wasn't supposed to talk about it, but now I can say whatever I want. They've been out of business for many years, and I owe nothing to anyone.
But I'm pretty sure WB owns them, and WB might still come after your ass.
To anyone. It's all fair game now, okay?
God, that'd be great if WB hit him with a cease and desist.
That'll be a fun event tomorrow, and I'm going to be ordering some food. We are going to do a feasting with Phil, taste test, mukbang meal, whatever the hell you want to call it, because there's a million things we've called it that we're going to do live. What is it going to be? I don't know yet.
King of what?
I've been talking about it. And I think we don't want Mexican, we don't want Asian, because we're thinking of things we had recently. Recently, we've eaten Hawaiian, Mexican, and Asian, so all those are kind of out, all right? So you think, what do we want to do? We don't know. We're thinking about it. But we're going to order some kind of food and do a live video of that as well during the event. So it's all day tomorrow. We will have the podcast here on DSP Gaming, but then we're heading right over to DSP Reacts, where we're going to do the day-long Machinima React event, the dark side of Machinima. It should be exciting, especially for those of you who had history with me for years, and you always wondered what was the true behind-the-scenes stories about Machinima and everything. You're going to finally get all of those tomorrow. I mean, now I can do it. Finally, I'm free to, my hands are untied, and I can say whatever I want. So now we're going to do it tomorrow,
Your hands
okay?
have been free
Then on
for
Sunday,
years.
it's going to be DSP versus
Well,
the
you're just
Internet,
that
my
desperate
weekly
for
Clips
money.
React show on DSP Reacts, where the members are nominating clips. So by the way, if you're a channel member on DSP Reacts, you have basically 24 hours left to nominate clips for Sunday's show, so please do. Sunday night will be community night in Street Fighter 6. So Sunday night, all the viewers will jump into a lobby with me, and we'll have some nice casual play in Street Fighter 6. That should be a fun time. And then Monday, daytime stream, 3+ hour ranked session of Street Fighter 6. Honestly, depending on how tonight goes, that might be the stream where I hit master with Blanca. We'll see. It would be great if I do, because if I do, it'll feel like a big sigh of relief, and then maybe I can move on and try to play with my other characters again and try to level them up again, okay? So let's see how it goes. Tonight with Blanca, and then probably the main stream on Monday is more Blanca. Monday night, Grand Theft Auto 5. Tuesday, Final Fantasy 16, and probably Grand Theft Auto 5. And then Wednesday, Street Fighter 6, and Grand Theft Auto 5. So you might say, well, it's a lot of Grand Theft Auto 5. Yeah, I was thinking about balancing maybe one night of GTA and one night of like Street Fighter 6 World Tour mode. But I think I'll hold off on that. I know people are really fiending for GTA 5 right now. So I figure if we do 3 night streams, that's 6 hours.
So fiending, they're not giving you any money for it, huh?
So we'll probably do that. Okay? Sound good? All right. And, you know, between today's stream and Tuesday's stream of Final Fantasy 16, I'm hoping by then we'll be in the end game, and maybe next week we will finish the game. Now, in the month of August, I've got 2 special events planned. Special event number 1 is a retrospective marathon, by which you guys are going to be nominating your favorite moments from my entire history as a content creator over the month of August in community posts. Members will get priority. Standard viewers will get lowered priority, but members will basically get their stuff watched first, okay? So,
or skip one if he doesn't want to watch it.
That's going to be fun. I haven't done a retrospective event in years, and to do one for my 15th anniversary will be very nice. In addition, there's going to be a Project 7 special screening event. During the Project 7 screening event, we're going to be watching back all the Project 7 episodes, and I'll do live commentary on them, pausing, giving you some
I would
info.
love John Rambo and Howard to
John
set
Howard
us
video last year.
Like, hey,
there's going to be a lot more
using us to make money,
info
asshole.
to add, because now we know what their perspective, what was really going on. But in addition, I think when we do that event, I'm also going to do a special tier maker event. And listen to this. Listen to how cool this is. So, over the years, I always do my Game of the Year countdowns. This tier maker is essentially going to take all of my number 1 and number 2 spot countdown games, and we're going to rank them all in tier maker together in 2023. So it's going to be at least like 20 games, and we're going to be ranking them from top to bottom. Which games stood the test of time and to this day are still amazing S-tier games? Which games maybe were cool at the moment, but now we don't even think about them ever again, and they're just flash in the pan success, and we don't even remember, you know, they're just crap now. So we're going to be ranking all those. How cool is that going to be, right? I think that's going to be pretty neat. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the month, special stuff in the month of August. Plus, once we finish Final Fantasy 16, GTA will become a daytime stream. I'll continue with my Street Fighter 6 coverage. I want to do some more retro playthroughs. I'm thinking of doing some cool throwback
Never has
playthroughs.
been, never will be, because you always find
like
a way to spend
maybe
it.
Super Mario Brothers 3, or some classic Mega Man games, or something else. Basically, there's potential that I could do something really awesome that I've wanted to do for a while, but I don't know if it's going to
We
come
have potential
together.
for years to do
So I'm
something
not
awesome.
going to start
You won't do
teasing
it, though.
or promising you the world, and then I don't like over-promising and under-delivering. So let me put it this way. I got an ace in the hole, and if I could do it, it would be absolutely amazing, but it's not a guarantee as of yet that it's going to come together. I will let
We're
you know
going
when
to
I have more
kidnap Panda and
information on
force her
that
to
if I
go
can
back
do
on
it.
your stream.
Okay? So that's all. I mean, August is going to be great. Special retro events to celebrate my anniversary as a creator. Awesome playthroughs. Good variety of stuff coming up. Okay? So I think you guys are going to be
finally
excited.
pry Cat away from
all right.
Tyrone.
I got through all of that. Yesterday was not a very eventful day. That's why I didn't really do a Phil's Day Off segment. You know, I didn't do that much. I had a lot of errands to do. I had to go to the garbage dump yesterday. I did, you know, run around
Take out
and
the
do
bags
some
of cat
menial
shit,
things,
making
things
your
that aren't
garage
interesting to the
smell.
audience here.
I'm sure your neighbors
but
love the smell of cat
I
shit.
came home and I relaxed with my wife for a bit. We actually ordered out and we got what the hell did we get for dinner? Sushi. We hadn't had sushi in a while. So we
Holy
ordered some
fuck,
sushi.
he
We had
ordered
this new
sushi
one
on DoorDash.
That was like a bunch
That's
of
gotta
tuna,
be expensive
but
as
also
shit.
crab, but also shrimp, but also something else. It was like really good. It had like all these different, you know, seafood together. It was super duper tasty. And we also got to order a teriyaki. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good dinner that we had together. And we watched a bunch of stuff. We were watching just random stuff that's now been put on Max, because Max fused HBO content with like Travel Channel and HGTV content. So we've been watching stuff like House Hunters just for fun. You know, we're not looking to get a house. It's just for fun to watch that stuff. Some House Hunters, some cooking reality shows and stuff like that. Just for variety purposes, you know, just for fun and just to relax. So, you know, relaxing day with the wife. Nothing too special to really talk about. Nothing too crazy. Besides me ordering the Sanwa buttons for today. So, okay. News stories. Let's get to news stories before we get to shout-outs, shall we? Because I have a good amount of news to talk about today. So let's do that.
Yeah,
First of all,
teasing a
Nicki
new game.
Minaj is coming to Call of Duty. Why aren't you celebrating? I don't understand. Why aren't you doing backflips?
Good for her.
Why aren't you... Look, I'm not shitting. You think I was kidding, because people might think I made that up. Are you ready?
Yeah, she's actually going to be there. Good for her.
There she is with her pink assault rifle. So, no, I'm not kidding. And what's funny is, I see people reacting to it all over the internet. And people are like, hey, do you remember when Call of Duty used to be like a military shooter? Where their whole goal with the game was to try to be like a military sim game. And it was serious. And, you know, people were like seriously into competitive plays. Like, now look what the game's become. Everyone has a neon gun. Everyone has fucking, you know, stupid hair. All ties.
people
And I was
having
like,
fun?
you know what this is?
And then
This is the
paying to play the
Fortnite
game?
thing. When
That's what they care
Fortnite
about.
became the prominent multiplayer game on the internet. And all the money was being
Yeah,
sunk
it's
into
an
Fortnite,
iPhone 6.
right?
He won't upgrade.
Every other company decided they needed to follow suit and copy Fortnite. Call of Duty was not immune to this. And Call of Duty has gone down that rabbit hole of shit where all they care about is making microtransactions. They really don't give a fuck about the quality of their game. So who cares if Nicki Minaj is in Call of Duty, right? It's the dumbest thing you ever see. Can you imagine? You're going to play Call of Duty and everyone's going to be this fucking stupid skin running around. Wow, this is really what I wanted in my military shooter. It's moronic. It just shows it's not for adults anymore. It's
But
for
you don't
fucking
play
brain-dead
it,
idiots.
DSP.
Who the
And
fuck would
also,
want Nicki Minaj in a fucking Call of
if
Duty
it gets
game?
someone to play that wasn't playing it beforehand, then hey, they make more money. And as a business, that's what they're
So there you
trying
go.
to do, is make more money.
Continuing on, it has officially been announced they're making a sequel to Nintendo All-Star Brawl. Yes. Do you remember Nintendo All-Star? It's a mouthful. Nintendo All-Star Brawl. You want to say R-Star Brawl, right? Yeah, they're making a sequel.
You might
to
want
it.
to.
I said Nintendo. It's Nickelodeon. Excuse me. I'm people saying keep saying Nintendo. It's Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. The reason I said Nintendo is because I keep thinking it's Smash Brothers. It's not. It's the I almost said it again. It's the Nickelodeon version of Smash Brothers that includes characters like Garfield, SpongeBob, the Ninja Turtles, geez, who's here? Avatar, The Last Airbender, stuff like that. So the last one apparently sold well, but it's not surprising because if you remember, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 1 came out right after they stopped releasing content for Smash Brothers. What was the last one? Smash Brothers Ultimate Smashing of Smashes or something, whatever it was called. Get Smashed, whatever it was called. So that one ended. There was no more DLC content, and immediately people were looking for the replacement. So Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 1, for a lot of people, became that replacement. They all bought it and then found out, oh, this game is nowhere near as good as Smash. And within like a year, everyone dropped it, because then with the next game that came out, if you remember, was Multiverses. And so Multiverses took over that mantle for about a year, right? But now Multiverses has been retired as they go back to the drawing board to try to redesign the game to make it something profitable. So that game's gone. You can't even play it anymore. So now Nickelodeon is jumping back on the bandwagon and releasing Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, and it releases on October 24th. It's $50.
Ouch.
Okay? And the
That's
funny
a little
part about
much.
it is, I feel that, like, if Multiverses had been more successful, this game would flop. But the thing is, Multiverses is gone. So now people are like, well, Smash is old. Multiverses is gone. We need our platformer fighter fix. So I guarantee you this game's going to sell well. Even though the first one was not critically acclaimed. Most people who played the first one didn't like it that much. It's the only new platform fighter out there, and I guarantee you people are going to buy it now. It's funny. Again, if Multiverses had been more successful and stuck around, this game probably would have flopped. But I bet this game's going to sell like hotcakes now. Just on that premise, I bet. Okay, continuing on.
People like new games. How dare they?
Capcom
They should be focused on Street Fighter
is planning
2
to release
for 30
a
years.
giant, unannounced game by March 2024.
Dino Crisis.
And they're expecting it to sell millions of copies. And the reason we know this, I guess, is because there was some kind of I don't know if it was like an earnings call or whatever, but basically what they do is they project their earnings, and there is a giant something in their earnings that they're projecting for first quarter 2024 that they think is going to make them insane amounts of money, but they didn't announce the game yet.
Dino
so we don't even know what it
Crisis.
is yet. So what could it be? And of course, there's all kinds of speculation around this. What could it possibly be? Some people think, so yeah, people in the chat right now, they're saying Dino Crisis reboot. Do you think it's Dino Crisis?
That'd be great.
Or Dino Crisis Remastered? What else could it be? It's not Street Fighter related because Street Fighter 6 is already out. There's not going to be anything else there. Resident Evil. I mean, what could they possibly release in Resident Evil that would be a ginormous $1 million generator?
5,
DLC?
maybe?
I don't think so. Right? So what could it be? Some people are thinking perhaps a Monster Hunter game. If that's the case, that would make a lot of sense to me. But it would be weird that we're not even a year away from it and we don't even know that there's a new Monster Hunter game. That would be weird. You know what I mean? But then again, it's been a while, right? There hasn't been a new Monster Hunter in a while. There was that expansion a while back, but there was not a new one. So maybe that's what it is then? I don't know. But that's interesting, you know. Wonder what does Capcom have up their sleeve? Hopefully we'll find out soon. So this was talked about the other day, but I figure I'll mention it on today's show. Nintendo shadow dropped. I like when people call it shadow dropping if they don't do any PR for it. 2 Zelda games for Nintendo Switch Online subscribers, and it's the standard level. You don't have to have the higher level to get this. It is The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages and The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. For those who don't know, these were the 2 Zelda games that were released for Game Boy. Now, for my knowledge, they're almost the same game, are they not? Isn't it kind of like Pokemon, where there's like slight differences between the two, depending on if you bought Seasons or Ages? But I don't think that it necessarily is a huge difference.
3D Mega Man
So you
RPG.
really only
Ooh,
need
that
one
could
of
probably
them.
make some money.
Is that not true? Maybe I'm
So that would fit the hype.
Because I remember that they had come out. No, people are saying no, that's not true. I thought, because I remember when they came out, I thought they came out at the same time. Are they completely different games? Zen Shuriken says they are more different. They came out in 2001, says Abdullah. One is action-oriented. One has a more puzzle orientation. Really? I've never played them. Okay? So these games look they're full color, by the way. Even though they're Game Boy games, they're colored fully. Because
You mean like Game Boy Color?
Or the thing for SNES where you can plug your Game Boy games into it, right? Or, wait a minute. Am I thinking wrong? Are these not the Game Boy games? Are these the Game Boy Advance games? Which ones are these?
Or Game Boy Color. Because Game Boy Color also had games that had
Am I,
color.
you know what I'm thinking? I'm not. I'm thinking wrong. I think I'm thinking completely wrong.
What?
I think I'm
DSP
confusing
thinking?
this. They're Game Boy Color games? They're Game Boy
Imagine
Color.
that.
So I'm not confusing them. Because there was a Game Boy Advance game, too. And now I think I'm confusing it with that. They were the first Color Zelda games on Game Boy. Okay. Gotcha. Anyway, I've never played them. To my knowledge, they play very similar to Zelda Link to the Past. So maybe I would enjoy them. Should I play them? That's something for you guys to decide. Do you think that I should play these games?
But you guys give me a bunch of money if I play it. No, well then I'm not playing it.
I don't know much about them. I don't know how long they are, how tough they are. They are Game Boy games. So, up to you. If you guys thought that might be something cool to do in August, I'd be down for that. And they're on Nintendo Switch Online if you're interested. Okay? So there you go. I mean, that was cool that they're added basically for nothing. Oh, here we go. Huge rumor, huge speculation. Prepare your butts for this one. Ladies and gentlemen, the rumor is that Rockstar Games is going to make more money on GTA Online. What? No, I'm kidding. The rumor is that Rockstar Games is remaking and or remastering and re-releasing Red Dead Redemption 1. Because it has been discovered that there was a new website update, and now there's a new logo added to the website that says Rockstar Games Presents Red Dead Redemption. And no one knows why they would have a new logo that says that, because the game's not called that. It was just called Red Dead Redemption. So then what the hell is Rockstar Games Presents Red Dead Redemption? There's got to be a change to the game, or they wouldn't have redone the logo. So everyone's like, well, if that's the case, maybe they are actually redoing the first one. If they do redo the first one, great. I would play it again. I love the first one. I think the first one's better than the second one when it comes to gameplay elements. I do think the story of the second one is absolutely outstanding. But the first one's got it all.
Which one made you more money?
The first one's got a great narrative plus interesting gameplay. Well, I felt like the second game was more just story. That's all I really cared about. Like the gameplay just basically took a back seat to the story or the narrative, right? Well, of course, we have no information on it. We don't know what made it more money out or anything. All we have as a hint that this is existing is the new logo. So, does it exist? Does it not exist? I don't know. One final news story, okay? Mortal Kombat 1 has announced its first beta will take place the weekend of August 18th through the 21st. All right? But the only way to play it is... You ready? Ready? To pre-order the game. If you pre-order the game early, then you will get access to this beta. So the question is this something that I should do? I'm curious. Would you guys be interested in seeing me do the beta for Mortal Kombat 1? Would you like that?
But dude, you're already
like
playing Street Fighter 6. Why you don't have time for another fighting game?
Play in this online beta that weekend. Now, another question. What console should I get it on? Has it been confirmed that this game is cross-platform yet? I don't know if it has been, right? I mean, right now, this joystick, with the new buttons I'm getting today, will be my most modern way to basically play the game. My other joystick is ancient, almost 10 years old now for PlayStation, right? So, but the thing is it going to be cross-platform or not? Because if it's not cross-platform, I think I'd be shooting myself in the foot to buy it on Xbox. In which case, maybe I'm just going to be playing it on gamepad, because I don't think that joystick over there is going to be very good for it. You know? I don't know. I don't know.
Well, how about you Google it? I know Googling is too hard for him. You'd never be able to do it.
Because I'm going to get the game regardless. I'm going to get the game either on Xbox or PlayStation 5. One or the other, I'm getting it. I'm buying it and I'm playing it in September. But the question is... oh, you're right. Mr. Puzzle says, remember something. Just listen to this. If you get it on PlayStation, you're going to have to resubscribe to PlayStation Plus.
Oh, no, I don't have to do it. Business expense for my business, guys. Are you kidding me? Having to spend money on my business? How terrible having to spend money on your business.
I don't want to pay for PS Plus. I just don't. I really don't. I don't
do
see
any
the
business
point.
expenses, guys.
Why pay for PS Plus? What the fuck am I gonna get out of it? Nothing. I'm not gonna get anything out of PS Plus, right? It's a waste.
Holy shit. Spending
Well,
money on his business is just so unfathomable.
Well, give me your feedback. I'll think about it. Let's try to figure this out together, okay? But either way,
Yeah, but
I'm
that
definitely
2K got him a
playing
new
the
Hulk
game.
Hogan,
I'm buying it.
dude.
We're getting it. I'm playing it in September. It's definitely one of the major releases of September I'm covering. All right? I guess it's just a matter of, you know,
Trying and begging people to
where to get
pay
it.
for your PlayStation
If it's crossplay,
Plus.
then Xbox it is. If it's crossplay, I'm getting it on Xbox. If it's not crossplay, then I really need to look into what to do. See, the thing is, that joystick over there for PlayStation 4, 5 is beat up. That joystick I use for the launch of Street Fighter 5 and its betas, and for that first year of Street Fighter 5, I used it for Tekken 7. I used it for Injustice 2, Mortal Kombat. I think I used it for Mortal Kombat 10 and 11. Hell, I used it for all of the classic Street Fighter games. So the 30th Anniversary Collection, right? And to some extent the other one too. What was the other one that I played? Capcom Fighting Collection. So I've used that joystick a lot. And that joystick is not easily moddable. Unlike this one, that you can just open it and swap the parts right out. That joystick over there, you have to disassemble. And there's potential you could break stuff. It's not meant
And
to
you
be
have to have a screwdriver,
heavily
which he
moddable
doesn't
joystick.
own.
So
His dad had to fly
I'm
across
almost
the
thinking,
country.
if I'm going to play fighting games on PS5, then I got to get a new joystick for PS5. I got to find a good one. I don't know if you guys have any suggestions of a good joystick for PS5 for fighting games. But, you know, I'm a little wary. If it's crossplay, I'm just going to go ahead. Oh, Dabhan says MK1 will have crossplay at release, but the beta will not have crossplay enabled. Well, that's shitty. That's shitty.
Don't they know that I'm a
It should.
streamer,
It should
guys?
have crossplay enabled.
I need
goddammit.
crossplay. They should know
That
that,
pisses me
guys.
off.
They're hurting my business by not giving me crossplay.
It's not that big of a deal. All right, this is just some topics to start talking about. We have a couple of weeks, a few weeks, actually 3 weeks to figure this out. Okay, so not a huge deal, but let's I'm checking my buttons. It says they're out for delivery, but it doesn't say how many stops till they're delivered. Sometimes it'll say like, oh, 10 stops till delivered, but it doesn't say that right now. So I don't know yet when those buttons are coming. But these are all topics to start talking about. All right, so here's the topics we discussed today. Before we get to shout-outs, topic number 1. How do you want to see me continue to cover Street Fighter 6? Do you want to see me do a push for Master with Blanca? Do you want to see me
Push for
continue to do
Master will hurt you
variety?
more.
Like, what do you want to see in Street Fighter 6? That's number 1.
It'll hurt you
Number
more when
2,
you don't reach Master.
why do you think that Street Fighter 6 is continuing to get great support every time I play it, but a game that's getting insane amount of attendance and engagement, like GTA 5, is getting almost no support? And what can I do to fix that?
Because no one
'Cause I
fucking
wanna play
cares
what
about
you
that
want,
game.
But I also have to balance business with pleasure. That's the sad fact. So I got to figure out what's going on there. I definitely need information on that, okay? Number 3, in the month of August, would you like to see me play more retro games, like maybe old Mario or Mega Man, or maybe one of these Zelda games that was just added? Or do you have other ideas for retro things that I can do in the month of August? Please share those ideas. And now with Mortal Kombat 1, is it crossplay? And do you think that I should get it on Xbox or PlayStation?
Your fan just told you it's
Do you want to see me
crossplay.
do the beta? Is that important enough for you to see me play the
But
beta?
it's not going to be in the
weekend?
beta.
You know, if I get it for PlayStation, I gotta get a new joystick. I just have to. That joystick's too beat up. I need a new one. So I'd have to now I'd have to start doing
And
research into
PlayStation
new
Plus.
joysticks. What would be a good joystick for PS5 that I could get that you guys recommend? So I got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about today. Please, feedback is key. Please leave comments on this video. Contact me. Email me. Tweet me. You can tweet at me. You can tweet right at me and say, oh, wait a minute. You can't tweet me because there's no Twitter. You have to X me. X me. Send X. I can't wait to be X'd by you. Please X all over me. All right? Just X all over the place and let me know your thoughts about all these topics. Okay? Yo, he's a fucking idiot. Zeet. Oh, Zeet. Excuse me. It's not Xing. I need to... Please, Zeet. Please get to Zeeting. I want uncontrolled, full power, full force Zeeting on these topics. Please, all over the place. Zeet. Uncontrolled. Zeet. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. It was funny because
Because you read it on Twitter?
you know, all these experts are coming out now and saying, they're finally saying what they should have said to begin with. They've actually analyzed the situation.
He's lost his mind.
Twitter, Xer, Zeter, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And finally, I've seen multiple experts when it comes to social norms, social media, pop culture have come out. We're talking people who study it. We're not talking some asshole with a commentator online. We're talking people who study pop culture on a scientific level. And they said Elon Musk literally has zero knowledge of anything that he controls. He's a rich guy who's eccentric and thinks he knows things and knows nothing. And literally just fucks around because he's rich. So what he's done to Twitter, he systematically took something that was part of pop culture around the world, and he's destroying it step by step. Like, literally every change he makes to the site just makes it worse, and less people are going to use it, to the point where, you know, it's just hilarious because he thinks he's so fucking in the know. Like, he's running into Twitter when he bought it with a sink. Let that sink in. Yeah, let it sink in that you're a fucking idiot. You're literally the dumbest rich person on the planet. You couldn't
DSP
have
is so
any more
salty and
empirical
so
evidence
jelly.
that you're a moron. You're destroying everything that you buy because you don't get it. Right? You think you're hip and you're in the know. You're the opposite. You don't know anything. You know what he said the other day? I'm going to get rid of light mode. Xer will be dark mode forever. Why? Oh, because he just likes dark mode better. But don't you understand the reason that light and dark mode exists is for accessibility? That there's people who have limited eyesight, that there's people who need those modes to actually access your app and use it. So within a few hours of announcing he was going to get rid of light mode, everyone clapped back at him and said, you're a fucking idiot. It's not just for personal preference. People needed to actually use your app for accessibility. And he made the announcement, oh, okay, we're not going to get rid of light mode. Sorry about that. He's just a moron. He literally talks out of his ass constantly about
just
nothing.
Like
he's
you.
Stupid. And he's rich as shit. You got to wonder
That's
what
what
life is
DSP's
like.
mad about, is that he's rich.
I was born rich.
As
Everything
shit.
I did in my life, I failed up. Right? Everything I did that I failed at just gave me a better stature in life because I was already rich. And everything I do is just fucking ridiculous. People are so dumb, they buy my products because I'm rich. That's it, because I'm rich and everyone knows about me. So everyone just buys a Tesla, everyone buys this. SpaceX, everything X with this guy. SpaceX, fucking X Twitter. What the fuck is your obsession with X? Did you know he owned the domain x.com since 1999? And now finally he has a reason to use it, and he's like ecstatic now. He's like, oh, my plans finally came to fruition. It's like... Unbelievable. Anyway, whatever. It's ridiculous. So anyway, Zed all over the place, but also email me. Leave comments on this video. I need your feedback.
Leave comments, guys. Hint, hint.
Constructive feedback on what I should do in the next month about Mortal Kombat, games, Street Fighter coverage.
And just jealous that Elon Musk has so much more money than he does.
All these topics. I love your feedback. Please send it. Okay? Welcomed and appreciated.
Gosh, when I fuck up, it affects me. It's not fair that I get affected by my actions, but he doesn't.
That's it. That's all I gotta say. I think we should move on to shout-outs, and then we'll do, like, you know, some Q&A and stuff. Fair enough?
We don't need Q&A.
Okay. We ready to continue? All right. So, where are we starting? We'll start on the YouTube side of things. So we've got Eternal Napalm, who's been a member for 26 months. Says, happy Friday and enjoy your weekend. Thank you, Eternal Napalm. My weekend is my work week. My day off was yesterday. My weekend is just normal streaming. Although tomorrow's a special event. I am excited for the Machinima event tomorrow. I think that'll be a fun one.
Because you get the shit all over Machinima. Congratulations.
Talk about personal experiences in my life that a lot of you didn't really know the ins and outs of at the time. Everyone wanted to know, and I couldn't tell anyone because I was under NDA all the time. I couldn't talk about any of that shit. Now I can finally talk about all that stuff. Okay, so good stuff. Thank you, Eternal Napalm. Dark Maggot has re-upped his membership for 26 months as well at the super supporter level. Thank you, Dark Maggot. He says, "Sup, man? How's it going?" It is going good. You know, excited for the future. Excited for my anniversary events. Excited for the Machinima event. Excited for everything. It's gonna be good coming up. And it's good to have you here. And thanks for the ongoing support. And we got Zombie Jesus with a $2 super chat. Why is 95% of the podcast schedule reading? It's not. You're just not listening. You're listening to the part you don't like, and then you're complaining about it. So if you actually measured how much was schedule reading versus me talking about news, me talking about things going on with the streams, schedule reading is probably maybe like 20%, if that. But, you know, this is the problem with the humans, is that they tend to create narratives in their heads that don't exist to try to prove a point. And your narrative is completely shattered and broken. So I will say thank you for the super chat, but you are incorrect. By the way, frequently when I talk about the schedule here on streams, we figure something out that's cool. We go, oh, this would be good for the schedule, or maybe I made a mistake. Let's fix this, or shouldn't we shuffle this around for a special event?
No.
There's a reason why I don't want to do the schedule by myself offline, because feedback is critical. Getting your live feedback to things I'm telling you about my schedule and stuff like that, that's how we improve the schedule. Do you understand? If it was just me making the schedule constantly and having no feedback from my viewers on what's going on or whatever, then the schedule would suck. But actually saying, hey, this works, this doesn't. What about this idea to mix it up, or this a little different? That's awesome. That's why I like doing it live like this. So there you go. Okay.
Okay, give me money.
Ladies and gents, that's all I got for shout-outs right now.
That's all I got for shout-outs.
No tips yet today, no memberships. So, let's open this up.
Give me money.
To some Q&A. We got a little bit of extra time. If you want to shoot questions my way, let's see what you guys want to talk about today. Okay? All right.
Okay, all right.
Happy Friday to you, Albert. Carlos says, to be fair, getting Master in Street Fighter 6 is hard. About 23,500 plus Diamond 4, you start fighting Masters a lot. Max plays Street Fighter 6 like crazy. With only one character, he just hit Master like 20 days ago. I mean, I don't really know what to say about it. For me, I feel like if I just had the time to commit to it, I would do it. I would have been Master a month ago if I just committed to Blanca. But instead, I've been doing variety.
But instead, I've been doing variety, guys, for you, so it's your fault,
that's
not
just
mine.
reality for me.
It's your fault.
I
Your
honestly,
fault.
at this point, this
fault.
early on in the game, I feel like it's more of just a time commitment than a hurdle. I think as the game progresses on, you get more and more people playing it, then it'll be more of a skill issue. I think right now, it's a time issue.
Oh,
really
it's definitely a skill issue with the DSP.
Abdullah says he
Definitely
found a
skill
good
issue.
website called Super Combo that has lots of good information about Street Fighter 6. Jade says, I had some chicken nuggets and corn dogs. He says, I'm going to talk in the chat, but Final Fantasy 16 is long and slow. Yeah, I know. I know, Jade. I hear ya. Returnal says, will Rockstar ever make a new game? Supposedly they're making GTA.
Once again, way to shit
Remember,
on
what's
the game you're about
most
to
excited
play.
about this year? You know,
That's a good way to build hype,
question.
guys.
That's a very
Oh,
interesting
wait, no, it's
question.
not.
Hold on. Well, in September,
guys.
it's probably Starfield, although MK1's probably going to be really good.
He's got to get his piece of paper that he wrote on, guys.
I'm very interested
He's a
in
true
this
professional.
Assassin's
He
Mirage.
wrote down on a piece of paper.
Alan Wake 2, actually, I hope is really good. Spider-Man, not Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man. I hope that one's really good. A new Super Mario Brothers game, Super Mario Brothers Wonder. I'm down for that. That sounds great to me. If Sonic Superstars actually comes out, that would be great. Like a Dragon Gaiden could be really good. The return to the classic Yakuza formula to see what happened to Kazuma Kiryu. The Super Mario RPG remake is actually exciting for me. I'm actually pretty excited for that.
You hope it makes you lots of money.
And you know that Avatar game looked pretty good. It was like Avatar, but it was like Far Cry. So I would say those are the games that I'm most interested in. There's tons more on my list, but those are the ones that I'm most interested in by the end of the year.
What a professional.
Okay. So Game Connoisseur, wow, first of all, okay, before we even continue, I gotta give major props. Game
Happy birthday,
Connoisseur-
Jake.
No, excuse me.
It's also Agent Proper's birthday last I saw on Twitter.
Their name is Game
Phantom,
Consumer,
how's it going?
Game Connoisseur.
We got Jake, we got
Games
Agent,
Consumer.
we get the holla holla
Says
for
Master
the
Dalsim
birthday.
player. Before I read the rest of your message, I have to give you props. I give you many, many props for hitting Master level with Dalsim. He is tough to play in Street Fighter 6. I feel like he has so many disadvantages in the game. I love the character build, but you saw when I was trying to play with him back in June how frustrated I was getting. Because it seems like he just gets destroyed in certain situations in the corner and stuff. So I give you many, many props for hitting Master rank with Dalsim. That is a lot of respect worthy for me. You get my respect on that. Okay.
So much respect,
He
guys,
says,
from a
it's
pig
actually
roach.
very easy to advance. Once you're Diamond 5, you're going to gain like 250 points and only lose 30 whenever you play a Master player. Is that true? Really? So when you hit Diamond 5, all of a sudden, every win, if you're playing a Master, you get like a ton of points? Well, that's interesting. Hey, idiot. Come on, man.
Do you want to play the
We'll see what
fucking
happens
game?
tonight. I'm only a small handful of wins.
Do you
away
want to
from
play
Diamond
the
5.
fucking game?
I think I ended at like
No,
23.
no, he does
Actually, I
not.
know where I ended.
If he
Hold
plays
on.
it, then he's
I have the
going to
spreadsheet.
actually,
I
have
ended
to find no
at...
excuses.
We're not tracking the points. Shit. We're not tracking the points, so I can't answer that. I want to say we ended at like 23,400, and I think you have to hit like 23,000.
I'm not tracking the points, but here's how many points I had.
5, and then you have to hit 25,000 to hit master, right? So that's not bad then. If that's the case, if let's say I hit diamond 5 tonight, so I would need what, like 6-7 wins to do it, huh? Well, maybe we'll hit it then. I don't know. Well, we'll see what happens tonight on the late stream. Okay. Oh, that's an interesting question. So Trigger says, fighting games seem to be your forte, but what would you say is your second? What kind of game are you second best at? I have no clue. What would you guys think? Out of all the games that I've played over the years, you know, fighting games, I'm probably
walking
the best
simulators.
at. What do you think is the game?
Walking
I'm second
simulators,
best at?
100%.
RPGs? Like JRPGs, or I don't know,
Where's
first-person shooters. It seems like when I dedicate myself to try to play a game like Call of Duty, I could do really well. Usually I win way more than I lose. I get a lot of good positive kill-death ratio. At the same time, it's hard for me to really commit because I don't really like them that much. These days, the modern ones, I don't really like as much, you know? Survival horror, you think so? Wizards says detective mystery games, you figure those out well. Walking sims. Dabian says, you know, hard to say because most of the game types don't need the same kind of skill to be good at.
There we go. Polo's now alive.
All right. Grim Reaper says RPGs. Let's see here.
So he cancels them first-person shooters. Horror games, he always looks up guys and all that, so he's never surprised by anything.
Am I a fan of soy sauce with sushi? I do not add anything additional to sushi whatsoever. Whatever is presented to me in the sushi roll, that's what I eat. I don't dip it in anything. I don't add, like some people add ginger, they add wasabi, they add soy sauce. No, I just eat it as is. Because the way I feel it,
Wow, that's fucking
the way
plain.
I feel is they were supposed to create a perfect flavor balance with that bite of sushi. And if you're adding anything else, you're messing with that balance. So
You're
want
so
soy sauce, I'll
fucking lazy. You won't
have some
even use soy
You know what I
sauce
mean?
on your
soy sauce
fucking
is for
sushi.
like you're eating a gyoza, right, or a dumpling, and you're trying to add extra flavor. But the sushi is already supposed to be balanced well. And just think about this: if you're having a sushi roll and it's got multiple kinds of fish, it's got maybe some avocado, the rice, everything there is meant to complement everything else. Why not just put some fucking ketchup on it, right? Some fucking Thousand Island dressing. Like, no, just eat it. That's what I do. I don't mess with it. I ended at 23,446, says Dap Hands. Okay, so if I'm earning 50 points a win.
Hey, stop the
right?
games. Like, guys, tell me what
Does
to
that
do. If
mean
you don't
I
tell me what to
need-
do, I'm not gonna keep playing.
8 or 9 more match wins. 8 or 9 more match wins without losing. And I would hit 5-star diamond. And then if I'm doing
Oh, his leg's
250
bouncing. His leg is
per
bouncing
win
pretty
after
hard.
that. I mean, literally 5 wins, right? And then I would hit master. So maybe potentially tonight we could do it if I fight a bunch of master people. Let's see what happens. Jade says, I'm ready for Mortal Kombat 1. I play with the sisters, you mean Katana and Melina, and Sub-Zero and Li Mei and Scorpion. Cool. It's cool. Again, I like that they're going back to the original plot line because now all the classic characters are back and they're prominent again. And I like that. It's where the roots of the series are. It's where their best success has been.
Wow, not a single vote for anything outside of Walking Sim.
Dabian says, in Japan, I'd agree. The sushi chefs there get it perfect. I don't know about the rest of the world. The struggle sushi has, they might need help. Surprisingly enough, we have a local place that's super good. We have a local place that you wouldn't know that it's as good as it is, but when you walk in,
I was only excited when he gets a poll on WWE Champions, dude.
Professional chefs, they're handling their business, and they know what they're doing. They make it fresh right in front of you, and you eat it. Oh my God, the flavor combinations are outstanding. They have their own recipes that they've designed there to be their own. Plus, they've got classics. You get classic sushi rolls everyone knows about. You can get their own special chef specialties, and they're really good. So, Wizard said, is there a reason you didn't order a new lever as well for the stand? Right now, I want to go piece by piece. Let's upgrade the buttons. Right now, I feel like my problem is the buttons. I really do. I don't think my problem is the joystick as much. It's the buttons.
Problem is
I
always
literally
you and always
had
will be
combos dropping.
you.
It's like kick, punch, down 3 punches, punch. What the fuck? How did I not get 4 inputs? How did I get 2? Right? I think it's a big problem. So we'll try that. If I continuously have issues with inputs, I'll get a new joystick too. But The one problem I'm having with the joystick is a lot of the times I'm trying to do a light attack buffered into electricity, but the game gives me the crouch instead, and that sucks ass. You don't want to get the crouch. The crouch could fuck you up. It really can. So hopefully that I can get a handle on that. But if that's really the only issue I think I have with the joystick right now. We'll see though. Well, I might still get one. I mean, the buttons are so easy to upgrade.
He might spend more money that he doesn't have, guys. Jasper, how you doing?
You're good to go. It's super easy upgrade. With the joystick, you're gonna have to take.
I might play more after this. I'm not sure yet.
Mount. You have to line up the button, or line it up right, and fuck around with it a little bit. It's a little bit more complicated, so I wasn't really that much of a rush to upgrade the actual stick portion. So. Is this a square gate or an octagon gate? Isn't it? Aren't they all square? They're almost all square, right? Oh, it's definitely square gate. Yeah. How many? Do they even have prominent fight sticks that are octagon gate now? I couldn't even tell you. Octagon gate. Back in the day, you want to hear something really weird. Back in the day, people were sold that the best kind of joysticks were laser joysticks. It was a round gate. It wasn't octagon or square. It was actually a circle, and it had a laser reader inside. So when you move the joystick around, it would feel smooth. The problem with this is that it would malfunction constantly. But people thought it was good, so everyone upgraded their arcade equipment for like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 to this laser joystick that would constantly have fucking issues. It was a piece of shit. It was really stupid. Oh, really? So, Wizard says, I have a Sanwa lever. That's an octagon gate. Oh, okay. Will I ever play TKK again? I remember you guys played in 20. No, I remember you guys played together back in Street Fighter 4 was the thing. He has a good grief. Oh, the King Kindred? King Kindred's still around? That guy's awesome. King Kindred was a guy, we talked a little shit back and forth.
Cloud chase him, guys.
Behind the scenes,
cloud
dude,
chase
he's a really
him.
nice guy. And over the years,
I said you made it further than I have. I can't even. I don't even know where the second boss is.
And then the fucking DMs
so
went
you're
away.
doing better than I am.
That was the thing. I remember once I was playing Street Fighter. I think it was like Street Fighter 4 years later, and someone tried to impersonate him. They had an account that said King Kindred, and what happened was I played him, and he like rage quit. And I actually messaged King Kindred, the real King Kindred, behind the scenes, and I was like, "That wasn't you, right?" I'm pretty sure. He's like, "Dude, no." He's like, "I don't even play anymore. I'm not making videos." And so some asshole is going around using my name, which is messed up. But he was like the nicest dude behind the scenes. I mean, everything you always want to have a public rivalry and shit talk, and when you're online to build up the rivalry. The only regret I have when I played King Kindred, that was like one of the worst connections ever. It was laggy as shit. So I know that it wasn't representative of what I could have done because the game was like in slow fucking mo. So it wasn't fun to play. It was just kind of a waste of time. And I was like, what? That was stupid. You know, of course, that was the era of Street Fighter 4. Now I bet connections are much better. Yeah. By the way, guys, I've already said this. If anyone wanted to challenge, like anyone from back in the day, like let's say, what the hell's his name? I can't remember his name. Who was the first guy who I did a grudge match against? Was it Free One Up? What was his name? Was it Free One Up? I know King Kindred was like the second guy I did it against, right? But basically, like anyone who's out there, was it Free One Up? Yeah, I would love to do any kind of matches like that. You know, as a silly, have some exhibitions and stuff like that in Street Fighter 6. Keep in mind, I'm not a top level player at all. I'm not playing at a high level. I haven't played this game nonstop since it came out. I don't expect to be playing at a competitive pro level, but at a level where it's kind of like an online challenge, that would be dope to throw down with those guys again. And I said this a month ago, right? I outright said that, and nothing's come of it. No one's contacted me, nothing. So
yeah, him slamming the buttons.
If anyone was interested in that,
even when he's not playing, like he's waiting for the load screen to load, and he's just slap. Like, why do you keep slapping the buttons like that? Come on, second, I'm gonna get me a doctor.
As usual, Jasper is good today, Jade. His usual energetic self. So there you go. No, see, the thing is, I like Smash Brothers as a casual game, but I would never get into it competitively. It's not my thing. It's a very different style of competitive game. I respect it, but it's not something that I would want to play
are killing me.
at any competitive
I way
level.
overdid it yesterday.
So, not really.
I was on the leg press. and I was at 503. Like, no, I'll get no 5, res 5,
why would I
res,
care
and be
about
done.
Final Fantasy 14 coming
And
to
then
Xbox?
guy comes over, oh, you want zone? That's like, fuck, now I gotta show
I'm
off.
just
Like,
being
I can't
honest,
just
people
not
just
show
spam
off
this in my
now.
morning.
So I did
It was
10,
announced Final
rest,
Fantasy 14 is
10,
coming.
rest,
Why would I care about an
4, rest,
MMO
and
coming to
quit.
Xbox? Why should
Oh,
I
my
care
leg's gonna
about
hate me
an MMO
tomorrow.
coming to Xbox?
Well, they hate me today now.
Why would I even have a little iota of excitement over that? I'm just curious. If there's a reason I should, let me know. But when have MMOs ever been a part of my content? When has anyone asked for MMO content? When did I ever have time to invest in an MMO? I'm just people get excited over stuff like, why are you
people
excited
following
about
you around
Final Fantasy 14?
Ruined you. Was pretty
Really?
funny though.
Not talking badly about the game at all, but I mean, you know who I am and what content I put out, so why would I be excited about that? I don't know. All right, guys, last chance for any questions before we switch over and continue with Final Fantasy 16. I love Dr. Pepper. I think Dr. Pepper is a tasty soda. Thing is, I just don't drink soda that much anymore. You know, I just don't I drink carbonated seltzer. This is what I drink. That's it. Carbonated seltzer. I meant to say flavored seltzer. Carbonated water. I don't drink soda.
But you do drink gin. Lots of it.
I never heard of Vault Soda. No. No, I've never ridden a deer, but I've seen a deer. I just saw a deer last week, actually. When I was driving around doing errands, not yesterday, but the week before. I was driving around doing errands, and I saw a deer right over in a field to my left. Big felty antlers, eating some grass around a tree. It was very nice. No, I've never hit a deer. Absolutely not.
I had a deer hit me.
I've
No
never
joke,
seen
it hit, like it T-boned my
I'd like to
car
see it.
years
I
and
like
years
it.
ago.
Why
Guys,
do players have a hard time playing
where's my game
Blanca?
cucker?
Probably because Blanca is not the standard gameplay of Street Fighter 6 where everything is just a fucking rush in your face constantly. Right? If you look at the top tier gameplay of Street Fighter 6, it's either everyone's constantly rushing and trying to mix up in the corner, or keep away with Guile throwing sonic booms. Right? Or JP, kind of same thing. I try to mix up with keep away with my projectiles. Blanca's this unique gameplay style that plays nothing like any of that. So they can't handle it because it's like playing a different game. But that's the beauty of a game like Street Fighter 6 is the big variety of styles in the gameplay. Even though the top tier all plays the same, there's many other archetypes of characters that play differently that add to the variety that make it interesting. That's why I think this game is so much better than Street Fighter 5. Street Fighter 5 within the first 2 months was the same game no matter who you played with. It sucked. It was boring. This game is not like that.
My mom has cameras around her house now, and they should be like, "Oh, look at this video
When I
I
hold
got."
the snake, if someone
Big
had a
deer going
docile
through a
python, yeah, I'm
backyard,
not
or a
afraid of animals. I would
raccoon
hold the snake.
walking through the side.
Thank you,
She's
Casanova.
like,
My day off yesterday was all
oh,
right.
she's retired. She has nothing else better to be like, "Ooh, look at this animal. Ooh, look, it's a possum. Ooh,
Pickle
look at this
Man,
red fox." I think the red fox has a den in the
let's see.
backyard.
Pickle
in the
Man, what is
trees.
your favorite kind of sushi? There's your question for today. No, I've never taken a dump in the shower. That's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Wow, I want to say maybe 12, 13 years ago.
Shrimp tempura sushi? Well, I mean,
It was about 12,
I
13
guess,
years ago. My
I guess
mom
that's
broke her
a
ankle.
component of sushi that you like.
Place was about to be
fair
up.
enough.
Guy
I thought
was
you may have had like a
staying
specialty
with. He
sushi
knocked up his
like
girlfriend. He wasn't going to be staying there. And he was like, "Well, if I can't afford the apartment myself."
Mika, I have no idea what you're talking about. Mika says, why are
Kismet
emotes so
moved
huge?
in. I just
everything's
remember
normal
because I
size
was
to
working
me.
nights at the time.
Are you guys
So
seeing
I
bigger
step
emotes
out.
today?
There's a possum on
My
the front
emotes are
porch
the
eating
same
out of the
size
cat
nowadays.
bowls. I just look down at him. He looks up at me.
What are you guys?
Just
Where are you
slowly
guys
turns
using
around,
the
waddles
emotes?
away. It's
Where are
like,
you using emotes and they're big?
possum knew I wasn't gonna do anything to him.
Mobile updated and they're huge. Oh, of course I'm not on mobile.
Yeah, for him to take a
I'm on
dump in the
desktop.
shower, they have to
Everything looks
actually
normal on
use it.
desktop today. Doesn't look like anything changed.
There's just that image of staring down at the possum. Possum looks up at me, slowly turns around and waddles away. It's like, he knows I'm not gonna do anything to him. He's good.
Yeah, I don't know. What's my favorite kind of specialty sushi? Lately, I've become a fan of spicy tuna. Yes, and there's several different kinds. Like I said, our local sushi restaurant that we go to, they have several different specialty sushis with a spicy tuna. The reason I like it is because, like, when you eat it, at first you'll get all the other flavors. So let's say there's one that has some crab and maybe some shrimp, but then has like spicy tuna on top. So you put it in your mouth, and first thing you start tasting is this sweet crab, and you get, oh, a little savory shrimp. Then all of a sudden, it's like delayed action. Boom. The spicy tuna kicks in, and you get this burn on the back end of the flavors in your mouth. So you're already chewing and tasting, and then all of a sudden, halfway through your tasting, you get spiciness.
I really like for a shower stool.
I like a timed flavor. I've never experienced anything like that before.
When I was in South Carolina,
that's good.
they called it spider sushi. But it was crab, absolutely not spider, but they called it spider sushi. I tried it and it's like, fuck, I like crab.
I think they'll discover reverse aging.
I don't know what it is about sushi. I just do not like sushi.
Maybe.
I still tried it because I'm not a child.
But, you know, maybe for some of you guys, right? I've done everything I possibly could to accelerate the aging process. I don't know if you guys noticed. Like my face, look at my face, right? It looks like my face has been marinated. That's
adorable, roach bait.
Right? Like swollen, bloated. It's disgusting, like skin falling off my face, big chunks of, you know, fat and cellulite globular nonsense on my face. So I'm, you know, I've tried to make myself look like at least 20, 30 years older. Like I look like a 70-year-old, right? But you guys have a chance. Maybe you guys can extend your lives or something. I don't know. No, I do. Casanova says, but you don't have a single gray. I actually do. You just can't see them because, you know, you're watching in 1080p. Like, my beard is a ton of whites and grays, and that's why it looks like this. Oh, his beard is all shitty. No, this is a full beard. I'm serious. This is full hair all around my mouth. Is all
no,
full
it's
hair.
not.
This is all white, gray.
You can see
white,
the
gray.
skin.
So it doesn't look good on the camera. But
we can
I
literally
do have
see the skin.
Whites and grays growing in my head. They're just not prominent enough yet. I would say give it another few years. You're going to start to
I'm
see
sure the
a
possum's
lot.
like, okay, don't move. Just let the giant touch me. Okay, he's walking away now.
Have I always been a fan of seafood? No. When I was young, I hated it. I thought it was gross. I thought
Possums don't
shrimp
carry
was like a
rabies.
bug, right? That's disgusting.
Possums'
you know,
blood is
squid
they're
or,
so
or
cold-blooded.
scallops, you know.
I know they're warm blooded,
rubbery,
but
nasty,
their
who'd eat
body's
that?
temperature is
Right?
so
But now
cold.
I love it.
They don't carry rabies.
Oh my god, you guys are bombarding me with ridiculous questions now.
He's ready to fall asleep, but he's going to blame Final Fantasy 16.
Alright, all I will say is this.
Guys, I'm yawning because Final Fantasy 16 is
please give me
boring.
all the feedback that I asked for. Whether
Right
you
here, he's
respond to this
yawning right
podcast
now
with
already.
It, whether you send me an email with it, whether you zeet at me, keep zeeting. Keep zeeting in every direction. Cover everything with your zeets. Zeet your responses, all right? But also, if you could support the content, thank you in advance. As you know, I make my living on the internet, and it is these live streams that the majority of my income comes from. Whether it's a super chat, a super sticker, a membership, a gifted membership, a tip today, anything would be appreciated. Right now, I've got like 2 super chats, if that, and no memberships and no tips. So anything today would be great. If you could do that for me, I'd really appreciate that. You know, we're going to do Street Fighter later tonight, but I don't want to hinge everything today on the Street Fighter late stream. So support if you can, and thanks in advance. All right, guys? Oh, speak of the devil, Toast Runner just did a super chat. It says, can we skip Final Fantasy 16 and switch? No. The thing is, if we never play Final Fantasy 16, we'll literally never finish it, and it will just be endlessly lingering. We have to finish it. You understand? The more we play Final Fantasy 16 now means that we can get it done with, and then we can focus on everything else over the month of August, which is what we want. No? Is that not what we want? So let's do it. Let's finish the game. Let's finish the dang thing. Let's get it over with. What was your name, by the way? Toast Runner.
Person to give me money. What was your name again? Because I don't care.
You're running toast to the customers? Is that what you're doing? Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for watching the show. I hope that you enjoyed today. Feedback appropriate, please. And I hope you enjoyed the first podcast of the week. Lots of variety this week with the special event coming up and everything. I'm excited. So I hope that you are too. And I'm very excited for tomorrow. Hopefully by tomorrow I'll be like, hey guys, we did really good with Blanca. Watch me lose all night tonight now. Right? I'll install these new buttons and I'll play worse. That would be something, and it might happen. So anyway, let's see how it goes tonight. See you all tomorrow for the podcast for the Fallout. Peace out.
Peace out as immediately continues the stream.
All right, guys.
You're not
let's
leaving.
Let's get set up here. All right, and I am going to pee quickly. I know I'm going to lose hundreds.
Break time.
I'm not even kidding. As I played Final Fantasy 16, I can't even retain a 200 viewer audience at this point.
Well, you're about to lose us watching because I might actually
Yeah,
get some
they just
Returnal
leave
in.
it
Why
go.
not?
They just don't want to see
Now
it
that
ever
the storms are
again.
gone.
That's sad. Fucking of all games, Final Fantasy, one of the at one time most prominent RPG franchises of all time. No one cares about it on my streams, and people just leave in droves. That's sad and pathetic, honestly. But I guess it's reality, and it's inevitable when they change something as much as they have. You know what I mean?
Wow, they didn't just produce the same game over and over and over again. They actually did something different. Wow, how dare they do something different?
Oh man.
Okay, dramatic stretch.
All right, guys. So, very brief break. I'm just going to run to the restroom. I'm just going to mute the mic, run to the restroom. I'll be right back, and then we'll boot her up. I'll be right back, guys.
You know, something I never realized is like, he has the Blanca shirt. He has various gamer shirts. But it's like, where's he wearing a Blanca shirt for Final Fantasy? He could wear any Final Fantasy shirt. Doesn't even have to be 16, be Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, whatever. Be any Final Fantasy shirt since he's playing Final Fantasy. But first,
Oh, what that aroma can do, brighter day for me and you. The best part of waking up is in your cup.
commercial break. Yeah, it definitely says something about the streamer, doesn't it? Like, oh, the drama part's done. He's actually getting in the game. It's time to stop watching. And those shirts would be a business expense, just like PlayStation Plus. Now, I don't need to have a Returnal shirt or Fallout shirt, whatever, because I'm not on camera when I stream. But he is. And he could have a legitimate business expense. Alright, guys, I'm going to be playing Starfield in the future. So I'm going to try to find some Starfield merchandise, guys. Let's see if I can't find Starfield merchandise. Starfield t-shirt. Bam. $16. Plus shipping. This one's $19.95. $23.34. So you can do that and be like, alright guys, it's Starfield Day. Here's my Starfield shirt. Every time I play Starfield during a day stream. And then you can switch shirts. Like, alright, well, today I'm playing Final Fantasy 16, so I'm going to wear my Final Fantasy 7 shirt. Or was one of his favorite? 6, 5? Whichever one says his favorite, he could be wearing that Final Fantasy shirt. And then tonight be wearing the Blanca shirt when he's doing his Blanca run. Well, you can write off part of your house, but obviously he writes off the whole thing because he's an idiot. And you look at this chat like, wow, I'm dying in the seat. Now DSP has 3 AC units running. Well, I wonder what the weather in Renton is. Weather, Renton. 69 degrees. Holy shit. It's 92 degrees plus humidity. And it's 69% there. I mean, 69 degrees. Nice. Ooh, by 4 p.m. though, it's going to be up to 75. And the high will be, according to this, around 6 o'clock at 80. Then by the time he starts his late stream, he'll be back down to 74. Guys, it's a fucking heat wave. It's 69 degrees out. True, because with the door closed, and all those electronics running constantly. Ooh, that sucks, Lavinia. Even with AC, it's only down to 83. Yeah, they're showing some places. It's like, AC is set to 69 degrees. We got 2 units, and the house temperature is no, in the 80s. Like, fuck. Need better insulation. Of course, some of that is like, oh, hey, you have single pane windows. You got triple pane windows that help with the insulation and all that. But then again, not everybody has, oh, I don't know, $130,000 a year job. Be paying for triple pane windows. Be paying for insulation in the walls and underneath and this attic and all that. Oh, it's back. Or was it Counter?
Alrighty, guys, I'm back.
Here.
And I'm very excited. Oh, we lost many viewers.
Oh,
How nice.
that was what,
We
Poltergeist?
lost like 60, 70 viewers right there. Excellent.
Poltergeist, yeah.
I'm not
They're
surprised that many
here.
people left. Again, look at it this way. Even if you don't like Final Fantasy, which I don't blame you in this one. I really don't blame you if you don't like this one. This is a chill session, too.
Way to
Talk,
hype
interact,
the
and hang out
people up.
and have a good
If you
time.
don't like this game, I totally understand
Which
this game
I can't do
sucks,
when I play
guys.
Street
Don't
Fighter.
watch
Like,
it.
let's be honest, tonight, when I'm playing Street Fighter 6, there's no way I can interact with you guys. I got to focus on the game. This is a more relaxed stream, and we're getting there. We're almost done with the game, thankfully. So, you know, let's chill and have a good time today. Even if you don't care about the game, it would be nice if you could hang around with me. By the way, I just received a $5 tip, the first tip of the day.
Hint, hint.
From
First
Canadian
tip.
Kirk, who says studies show a low caloric intake will extend the human lifespan. Knowing this, would you modify your diet to live longer? A diabetic drug called metformin extends your lifespan as well. Would you get diabetes? Would you get diabetes in order to live longer? What? I'm gonna pass on contracting a disease or disorder in an attempt to possibly live longer. I think that would not be very beneficial, Canadian Kirk. Here's the thing. If you eat as many calories as you need, or if you intake, I shouldn't just say eat because you drink and you take in calories that way too. If you're taking in the amount of
If you
calories you
consume.
need to survive in a day,
Devour.
right? That's better than taking in excess. And yeah, that's going to be healthier for you, and likely it'll lead to a longer life, because if you have excess calories, that's going to lead to, storage of those calories. You'll probably be overweight. It probably leads to a bunch of heart problems and other problems, So, yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Only eat what you need. Don't have an overabundance of calories in your body at any time. That's why, like I said, when I'm drinking it, 0 calories, 0 sugar, right? It's just water with some flavoring in it, and the flavoring has no calories in it. As opposed to,
Let's
you
see.
imagine if I was
2%
drinking a
of sodium in your day.
soda, like Coke, or Pepsi, or Dr. Pepper, or Mountain Dew, that was this size all day, every day. You see the difference?
150 calories.
Simple
for my
changes
Dr.
like
Pepper.
that. Stop drinking the gross soda and have something that's no calorie intake, and it's so much better
Dr.
for
Pepper
you,
strawberries and
right?
cream is delicious. That's why I have one a
Okay.
day.
Lavinia says you get more support if you played something the viewers don't hate. You mean like GTA 5, which currently has the most attendance on streams, the most views on YouTube, and the lowest support of any game I'm playing? Wrong. Okay, let's continue.
Wow, way to be a dick.
I don't think you could have any more evidence than that. So, wrong.
Way to be a dick.
Okay. Here we go.
I want to see where he is because I've already beaten the game, so he's not
What
going
are
to
we
spoil
doing?
anything for me.
I can't remember. Oh, that's right. We were doing the side quest. Okay, cool. Good thing that we saved right here, because I actually couldn't remember what we were doing, but now I remember. Okay, guys, ready? Here we go.
It's a side quest where you go, you save the village, you teach them a new way of smelting without having to use magic, and it gets you better weapons, armor, whatever. DSP. It shouldn't be about the game. It should be about the streamer. You have some streamers that, alright guys, we're doing Zelda, where I got every single Zelda game, I'm going to play them in order of the year that they came out. And that's what they do. They'll spend months playing nothing but Zelda and entertaining their fans. Or you have the people that do the Call of Duty only or Fortnite only. Like that's all they do is that game. Or you get someone like LTG who somehow gets 3,000 subs on Twitch. They're not. He's not even that entertaining. Exactly, but like the LG, it's all about the money. And me, like when I want to say I'll end the stream, then get a couple things done, and then I'll come back for Returnal, but I am not liking the game. The game, like when I played Bloodborne, I died. I died a lot for hours. The game destroyed me. I couldn't even beat the first mini boss in Bloodborne for hours. But there was just something about Bloodborne. Like, I did not want to quit it. I did not want to give up. I wanted to continue. I wanted to keep playing. There was just something about the game that grasped me. Like, I gotta keep going. I gotta keep playing. I just gotta figure out how to do this, how to do that, how to dodge here, how to parry. Like, I just have to figure this out. Like, yeah, I died for hours. I'd walk 10 feet and die for hours. I was just absolute trash at it. But I kept playing, and then I ended up getting platinum on it. Returnal, I don't know what it is about Returnal. I think it's mostly the RNG just being, like right in Bloodborne, okay, there's going to be two guys here. Here's my strategy for taking care of them. Like, I'm here, there's going to be an ambush there. Well, I know there's an ambush there, so I'm going to step forward, then jump back, and then hit with a heavy attack. Well, in Returnal, it's, okay, there might be a guy there. There might not be. Oh, the floor might drop out from under you. It might not. Boss might be over there. He might not. You don't fucking know. You might get a good weapon. You might not. It's like, I like this rifle with this skill. Good luck getting it. You can go 8-10 runs, never get that item. Never even see it. But I'm going to keep playing. Because until August 3rd, when Baldur's Gate comes out. Oh, shit. I got an appointment on the 3rd, don't I? Yes, I do. And I don't think I'm off on Friday. Fuck. So I won't be getting home until like 5 o'clock. I usually have my streams around. I can still get 3 hours of... I should be able to get 3 hours of Baldur's Gate in on the 3rd. Love to unlock other artifacts, just can't find them. Alright, with that, guys, I'm going to let you go. Be back in about, I want to say, 18-20 minutes for Returnal. And as always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day. Don't forget to hit that like button where the stream ends. Easily amused.